All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Trying to get some energy into this program. I'm just telling Anthony, man, I'm beat today. Usually we bounce back pretty good from a live broadcast, but I don't know. Maybe because we're out of shape for those damn things.
Yeah, I was a little much yesterday. A lot of fun.
In studio, Bill Burr sitting in for Jim Norton today. Jim Norton's gonna be at the Improv in West Palm Beach. Go to eatabullet.com and get all your info, you plug
Probably
horse.
the smell of urine that you had to inhale.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours.
So what do you think?
That really never went away.
The smell of urine?
Yeah. What did I think? Yeah, it was just all kinds of. It was bizarre. That was I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
That guy
wetting
himself. Yeah.
I literally I kind of walked around for about 3 hours later, going, okay, I saw some
I love
lady
talking.
suck on the place where a toe used to be.
Yeah.
For a fucking radio. It's just like, lady, how many tables do you have to wait? You could just buy one. How much? It's like $80, $90.
Yeah.
That girl can never be kissed again.
No,
ever.
No way.
No,
There's
it's
just not enough mouthwash.
No, it's funny. We're building a whole new gang, and Bill Burr is going to be part of the whole new gang and stuff. We've been through this for so many years. To us, Bill, that was all just normal crap.
We're so jaded.
We really are jaded, but to you, to see it through your eyes, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was really just like...
It's like you're complaining about the urine smell. We're like, well, yeah, it's a little...
Yeah.
It's not the greatest thing, but, it's what we have to deal with,
It's like when the replacement sees his first decapitated Viet Cong.
Yeah.
And the rest of the guys are just walking past him, and you kind of look and throw up.
I was definitely the new guy.
Yeah,
you guys had the 3 mile stare. Yeah. Like nothing was bugging you. I was like, that guy's going to piss his pants.
Nothing at this point surprises us. And we've seen a lot worse over the years.
It's horrible to live like this. It really
is.
And
then like every 5 seconds, someone was yelling out like the N-word. It was just really.
Oh my God, you guys! Yeah, you bring up a good point. What a collection of just racist, awful people.
And I'm Irish too, so that was like really. It's bad enough they're doing the drunk thing,
right?
And it's like, all right, once a year we act like idiots, but then that's hey, tell some Irish jokes, and every one of them was just like. I felt like I was in Boston in like 1970, and they were like, busting them in or something.
It really was a bit much, people. Jesus Christ.
Sea of ignorance.
Yeah, guys are supposed to get up and tell some Irish jokes. It's St. Paddy's Day, and like you said, it's the one day, make fun of the stereotype that Irish like to drink. That's it. Get up there, tell a few
leprechaun
Irish jokes. Little leprechaun jokes. Sure, why not? A few bunch of kids jokes, whatever. But then they just started ending with like these awful black jokes, and the people that are telling them would look up at us at the table like with a smile, like we're gonna go, thumbs up, good one.
Let's get this guy on radio.
Good one. And they were just not even the least bit funny, just this hate-filled.
I like when someone else was actually going to tell an actual Irish joke, and right as he got to the punchline, someone would yell that out.
Right.
Yeah, yell out from the crowd.
Yeah, like, why did the chicken cross the road?
Right.
And you just like...
Why? Just with no fun in it at all.
This is what you should do. Whoever did that, you should take him down to, like, Hot 97. And be like, dude, tell that joke you told.
Yeah.
Tell that one here. Go ahead.
Tell that one here.
Tell it out front with a megaphone.
Exactly.
See how brave you are, right?
I bet you get a lot of laughs.
I was surprised how much the N-word was flying around yesterday.
Jeez.
I don't know. People are thinking, satellite radio. Now we can really tell everyone how we feel.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. There were hundreds of people in there yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you think about it, it was probably at most 10 people in there that were really getting nasty with that.
Yeah.
It was the same guys. Over
that
and over,
one guy
yelling
with the cat in the hat, Shamrock.
Yeah, he's a real favorite with the
guy
black
peed on
community.
Himself. He was great though. He was a liberal. He was just.
He was a good one. Very accepting.
Exactly.
Is it true that guy took his underwear off
and
threw it at Steve? Where is Martini?
Are you kidding?
Steve?
No, the guy wouldn't be alive if that happened. The guy would not be alive.
I'm looking at the Hard Rock wrap-up, and one of the things on here. Where's Steve, Nathaniel?
He's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Nathaniel, he can cover it. He wants some airtime.
No, I saw the guy do it, so.
You did.
Oh, okay.
It was. Oh, was that a snip? Were you being snippy with me?
No, I was saying.
I saw the guy do it. So it was the so shut up, Anthony.
No, it was so, and then I got distracted because the mic stand was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting a little snooty with me.
I have no attitude.
we share a drink at the bar yesterday. All of a sudden, we're
You know what? Now
telling me
Now when Ben gets fired, I think we're gonna have to move Danny up.
Nice,
Danny.
Good.
Nathaniel, talking down to you a little bit, Anthony.
A little bit. I felt like you were.
You pretty much want to say, "Calm down, Anthony. I got this covered.
Yeah.
Relax."
So shut up.
Just relax, dude.
Misdirected anger. He was
Yeah,
thinking about his dad or something like
Maybe
that.
something. Yeah, something was there, but
I'm never coming in here again.
All right, so the guy pisses his pants. That was the highlight for me. That was I don't know. There were so many good ones.
Oh, the highlight.
The whore getting yelled at while she's trying to get info out was really funny too.
That was really good. We had a brand new sponsor join us yesterday. Very happy to have them on board, and some lovely lady was trying to tell people about it, and she could not get a word in. The animals in the crowd would not leave her alone. It was just a yelling and a cheering that you only get watching a rape on a pinball machine. It's the same type of mob mentality. Yeah, fuck her! You know, that whole anger thing.
She couldn't get anything out. She even said, "You guys want to hear a sex story?"
Yeah.
No! They just yelled, "No, we want to kill you."
She's like, "Don't you want to hear about the politicians that get blowjobs?"
No! Oh, what an...
And she keeps turning around. Come on, you gotta see the end of the story.
She was turning around to us, pretty much
with her
saying
back
to
fat.
us, "Oh God, that fat that was drooping."
There were so many little lines. I don't even know if a lot of them got through because there were so many mics on in the crowd. But I don't know. I told Bill, I go, she needs a bra for her back, and then you had the line of the day. You're like, from the back, she looks like she's.
From the front, she looked like she was 26, and
Yeah.
from the back, she looked like she was 52.
They just seemed to pull everything around back on her, I guess.
Yeah.
To tighten up the front.
Yeah, she had a body lift.
Yeah, just all around. Leave all the crap in the back, sir.
Right, just leave it all
Do
there.
the front first. We'll deal with the back later.
All right, so getting to the guy that pissed his pants for the My Fight. We got video that's going to go up later today or sometime over the weekend. Steve's got a lot to do, obviously. He's going to be working all weekend. So the guy takes a leak, then he passes out, then he takes his underwear off. What happened?
Apparently, part of his cleaning up process was removing his urine-soaked underwear.
Yeah, one of the first. Yeah, the first thing he did was he got ushered into that little back room and he got rid of his underpants, and I didn't know that he kept them. I thought he threw them away.
Yeah,
but he held on to them, and they hit me in the back of the head as I'm walking up the stairs to something.
God. Is that why your hair's golden today?
Yes, that's exactly why the hair is golden.
The guy kept bugging us like, "Oh, where's my MiFi? Where's my MiFi?" Oh, by the way, I also helped him fill out his paperwork, and I found out his maiden name is the C word. He was having a lot of fun with it.
Only our listeners are a bunch of assholes.
Oh, I guess
I want to know how the guy is still breathing after throwing urine-soaked underwear at the back of your head.
I felt him hit my head, and I'm like, what the hell just hit me? And I look in the back, and I see this crumpled up black cloth, and he's looking at me, pointing, going, ha, 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 ha. And I'm just immediately thinking of 14 different ways to snap this asshole's neck.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is kill him. And then immediately I just start thinking of, it's John's place. It's Johnny Hard Rock. He's been so cool to us. I don't want to beat the shit out of a guy in this place. I don't want to do it, but I'm immediately thinking of dragging this guy into the back room and just punching him until he dies. And I'm like,
piss-soaked underwear at your head is a good reason.
I was just walking up
beat
to
him with the prize.
I should have.
Beat him with a MiFi until it's destroyed.
But I was just flaring at that point. I really wanted to kill him.
Flaring or flaming?
Well, the boots were flaming, so yeah, both.
I'm amazed that you showed restraint, Steve.
I know. I am totally amazed.
Wanted to watch him die horribly.
The fan boards are having a lot of fun with a shot of you staring at Stalker Patti's boobs like they're the nicest boobs you've ever seen.
Yeah, you kind of are making. They caught you in a weird.
That's what sucks,
with that
dude.
Camera.
I don't know. I've never seen more flash bulbs.
Flash bulbs
I know.
in the 30s.
I know. I've never.
Don't take pictures of Kong. You'll upset him.
I've never seen more flashes go off at a live appearance in my life. And they just go through hundreds and hundreds of pictures and find.
I saw a few lighting gunpowder on boards to get enough light in the place.
And then they find the ones where you look really ridiculous, and those are the ones they post.
Of course.
But there's one of you're just staring at Stalker Patti naked, and it's almost like you're drooling. Like, I need those.
Yeah, you look really bad in it.
Of course. 24 shots in a second. They find the one where my eyes drift over. And I'm not looking disgusted. Fine, whatever. Have fun.
All right.
It's getting a little defensive.
Yeah, isn't he?
I think there's something there.
I think there's some anger in there from getting hit in the back of the head with urine-soaked
Yeah.
underwear and not being able to do anything.
Find me a person who's not going to get immediately furious after getting blasted with piss-soaked underwear.
Jim Norton.
Oh.
Jimmy,
okay,
that's true.
That's true.
He'd have turned
He
around.
would have had that dreamy look in his eyes that you had.
Laid on his back and wrung it out in his face.
Hey, your crew is getting clips today for us?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We're starting with Pat from Menaki. The star. Well, I was going to say the star, but there's
one of the stars, Opie. It was star-studded.
The whore getting yelled at, the guy pissing his pants, the Pat from Menaki stuff, great. Stalker Patti was but fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
So we got audio of Pat from Menaki at the live broadcast yesterday. It's the famous makeout session.
This was the chick wanted a MiFi, so she decided she was going to make out with Pat from Menaki.
She had a nice set. Anyone else notice that?
Yeah, she did.
And as
she went all out too.
Yeah, and as she's
really
talking
did.
about what's going to happen, and you know we're kind of interviewing her, I just watched her just nips get harder and harder and harder.
You think she was getting a little turned on with the whole thing?
Something was going on
From Pat?
Maybe the excitement of doing something in front of everyone, but something was definitely going on. I'm like, whoa, what's up there?
You gotta admit that dude Pat, he was a clean fat guy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Showered, bathed.
He's an all right guy.
Yeah. It wasn't like
he enjoyed
dirty fat guy.
Dirty fat guy is really bad.
Dirty fat guy would have been real bad.
There's usually an odor coming off a dirty fat guy.
He enjoyed his moment, and it was only supposed to be 30 seconds, and the girl was too drunk to know that we were just like, okay. 10 seconds to go.
That went on for like 2 minutes.
It was already well over a minute, and she had no idea.
But why then was Pat? Pat was such an idiot. He's kissing her, making out with her. Obviously, we're over the 30-second mark that the girl agreed to. She's still going at it. Pat he stops kissing her, turns to us, and he's like, what about the time?
Right.
Like, Pat, don't worry about it.
This is the only action you're going to get in the whole decade. Enjoy it.
3 times he stopped kissing her, turned around, and was like, why are we still going?
Yeah. Well, he did cop a feel at the end of it, though.
Oh, grabbed a tit, grabbed a big handful of ass.
Yeah.
And then he started pushing himself. He's like thrusting his pelvis against her. It's really disturbing to watch.
And that video will be up on the websites as well.
Yeah, about minute 4, he realized the opportunity. Like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah.
I could grab Booby here.
I'm just going to start feeling her up.
All right, let's go to the audio here and check it out.
Here a little.
If you want me to stop it, just raise your hand.
All right. Right when your lips touch. Here we go.
Stick your tongue in her mouth, Pat. Stick your tongue in her mouth.
Wow. Cheering it on.
That's 1 second.
All right.
2 seconds.
There you go, Pat. Work the hands.
3.
Work the hands, Pat.
Wait. The audience. See, we love when the audience just they do it themselves. They just start all their own chants. I've always loved that about our fans.
But here's the girl, wanting to win a MiFi, actually throwing Pat a bone here. He hasn't made out with a girl in 10 years, he said. 10 years. And he's finally getting a little. And the crowd, to help out, starts chanting, whore, whore, whore.
I thought that was the soundtrack to The Accused. Listen to the crowd. It sounds the exact same thing.
Up to the boob.
He's going to fuck her right there.
Oh, yeah, Pat. Nice.
We are halfway there.
We're halfway there, almost.
Now we're halfway there, Anthony.
Keep going. Get a DVD player, too.
Wow, Pat. Unbelievable.
Almost there. Almost there.
Oh, wow, Pat. She's a
Pat's
hooker. Pulling her into him.
They actually just stopped. I think it's a restart, don't they?
Oh, what's the matter, Pat?
Come on, Pat. Fucking keep kissing her.
Why, you want us to yell time?
What's wrong with you, you goody two-shoes?
16 seconds.
16 seconds. Blowjob, they're chanting. No, don't put your hand on top of her head, Pat. All right. What do you care what time it is,
What's
Pat?
the matter with you?
Pat went right back in
Pat,
for more.
we're helping you out, Pat.
Yeah, Jesus, you're cock-blocking yourself.
Oh, he's grabbing.
He's grabbing boob.
He's grabbing
Nice.
Go ahead.
All right, there you go.
21 seconds.
Wow. Wow.
29 seconds.
All right, get the mic back here.
It's a minute and a half.
What do you think of Pat's technique, his kissing?
Excuse me?
What do you think of Pat's technique? How was it?
It was wonderful. He was a great kisser. Good job,
Wow.
Pat.
Pat, how did that feel?
Great.
Pat, lift your front of your pants up and show the crowd. Are you sporting?
No, he's diabetic. That blood flow is awful.
Jesus. Oh, that's why my mom is really proud of my radio career.
I know.
That we can cheer on something like that.
I don't even call my mom anymore. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
My mother was so excited when we finally got jobs again.
Yeah.
And we got here on XM Satellite Radio. I hooked up the whole family with satellite radios, and they listen. And now when I go over there, they barely discuss my radio career or the show or anything. She says things like, yeah, I was listening when I got in the car, in between the time that I put it in reverse to back out of the driveway and hit drive. I was listening. Oh, and that whole time I was listening. And she, I heard you say good morning, and then I had to change it because you guys get started. And now it's just an embarrassment to her. I might as well just be like somebody arrested for child molestation or a crack dealer.
She's probably telling her friends that. She's making up careers.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he does now. No, radio. He got out of that a while ago. No, now he's he's working with computers or something now.
Molesting children.
Molesting children. Yeah, that's
anything but doing that.
Anything but this. She can't listen to stuff like this.
And I knew.
Oh, they're grabbing. He's grabbing her boob.
Right.
What the fuck? Are we junior high?
And that's how we try to keep it clean, by the way. Instead of saying, he's grabbing her tit.
Yeah, of course.
We think if we say boob, we're still,
Oh, we're classing the show up.
Yeah, we still have a lot of class.
Oh, we're despicable.
We have a live studio audience today, by the way.
Oh, that's good. Now they roll the releases in various forms. I see Poe's doing it now.
I forgot where this couple's from. They're from Omaha or something, right? Omaha. And they kind of flew in for the live broadcast, sort of. They had other things to do in New York, but they decided, we'll go this time so we can see the boys live. So
yeah, they came up to the table. We were signing pictures and stuff after the show yesterday. Came up, said they were from Omaha, and Opie, looking right down at the girls' cleavage, invited them to come in today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the fact is, if you were a fat pig, you wouldn't be sitting there. I mean, that's the reality. So that's a good sign. Because other people said they'd like to come down today, and we're like, well,
no, stay away.
So
yeah, cleavage usually helps.
Yeah, that's what it was. Opie just didn't even look at her face, just looking right at her. Come on down tomorrow.
Pat from Moonachie, what's up, Pat?
Hey guys.
Hey guys. Listen,
just to let you know, I'm about 100 feet from Teterboro Airport, and the signal's fine.
Of course it is.
All right, good. He's doing a cell phone check for us.
Thank you for that, Pat. So, Pat,
no problem.
Did you go home and rub one out after all that action you got in front of everyone?
Well, I don't have a great memory, so I'll wait for them to post some pictures on Whackbag.
He's got to look at pictures of himself in order to get off.
Very good. I Photoshop myself out.
I didn't hear that.
He said he's going to Photoshop himself out.
Oh, there you go. Was now, Pat? That was the first time in like 10. You said 10 years?
At least.
At least 10 years. Now, be realistic. How long was it before this that you had a girl in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, boy. Well, I had an official girlfriend when I was 13.
13, you had an official girlfriend. And then after that?
I had a pro when I was 17.
All right, he went to a hooker at 17.
So you started off good. What happened?
Yeah. And then it kind of went downhill after that. Maybe a couple at a bachelor party in my 20s.
A bachelor party type thing in your 20s. And how old are you?
41.
Well, so you're talking probably closer to 15 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a eunuch at this point.
When was the last time you stuck your tongue down a girl's throat? You should know.
Probably somewhere in my 30s.
Yeah, you
in
said
a bar.
That.
I used to work at a bar.
Yeah.
As a bouncer and a VJ and all that stuff.
Oh, so you probably got some drunk down there and kind of made out with her.
Did you say a VJ?
Yeah, did you say a VJ?
VJ.
Or DJ?
No, VJ. We had like a video. We played videos.
Oh, okay.
A bar in Clifton called Connections.
All right. Well, you have fun yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was exactly a year ago that I went into the hospital to have my toe lopped off.
Well, exactly a year ago. There you go.
Yeah, I
good
went in on
anniversary.
St. Pat's Day.
Very good 1-year anniversary thing to do then. Have a girl lick where the toe used to be.
Yeah, what did they do with the toe?
I think they told me that they examine it. They do like an autopsy on the toe.
It's a nice way of saying throwing it out.
Yeah, right.
Put it in the garbage.
Down the garbage disposal.
Play a little Nerf hoop with it.
Yeah.
Was it? It was really in bad shape though before they cut it off, right?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, they cut it off 2 weeks later because they're trying to get my sugar down to save the toe, but no, my sugar was 465.
Hey Pat, how come in the disgusting picture of your foot in the hospital, it looks like your foot was split all the way up to the toe?
Because there's like a couple bones in your toe. They took out the one just below the toe. It's sort of like a tooth root.
They had to take the bone out to get the toe off. Yeah.
Tarsal.
Oh yes, tarsal. Very good.
They took out the root of his toe.
Oh, the toe root, so a new one wouldn't grow back.
Yeah, well,
he's like a lizard.
My wisdom toe.
His wisdom toe. And then what happened? I don't know much about what happens in these situations. What happened to your toe, and when did you look at it and say, "Uh-oh, they're gonna have to cut this off"? Like you obviously OD'd on some sugar, and then what happened to your toe?
Well, it was like what I told you, that I was trimming the nail with a butter knife because I don't own a nail clipper. I just did that. It got a little red. It's gotten a little red before, but then it always heals up. But with the diabetes, you don't heal from stuff. Oh. And it just got a little red, and it didn't get better in like a week. So St. Pat's Day, I walked into the.
So then you moved up to a steak knife.
They decided to hack it off.
No.
Ooh.
That's wonderful. All right. Pat, hold on the line for a second, okay?
Sure.
Because we now want to play the audio of Pat getting that toe job, Anthony.
Yeah, okay.
So now he pulls out his four-toed foot.
His Fred Flintstone foot, as they were calling it.
That was really funny, whoever came up with that.
He sat down. The girl kind of lifted his foot up.
Yeah.
Face level. The crowd had a good view.
Yeah.
And
no hesitation on her part.
None whatsoever. She didn't even make like a grimace-type face where she was like, oh, I can't believe I got to do this. She dove in with gusto.
She had no problem. Well, she had a few in her, too, you know. And she got a MyFi.
Ooh, wow.
People love getting their MyFis, Anthony.
They certainly do.
She really was unflappable. Like when people would chant and stuff, they go, whore, whore. She's like,
I don't care.
No, I'm not a whore.
I know I'm not, so whatever.
I'm doing it for the radio.
Just doing it for the radio. Yeah, she was fine with it.
Definitely fine with it, and
she wasn't one of those people where it was like the clock is running and is it time yet? Like she would just keep going until we said, all right, you're done.
All right, well check this out. The video is going to be up on the websites later on this weekend.
Whenever you're ready,
let her rip.
Let her rip.
Start the timer.
Start
the timer.
Oh, the timer. Yeah, of course.
Right when you touch.
Go.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh my God.
She's working over Paisano's foot.
The horror.
The horror. She's sticking each toe in her mouth all the way down.
Oh my God.
She's deep throating his toes, Anthony.
Oh my
She's
God.
working over the area. Let's see.
This woman can never.
She's getting hoof and mouth disease.
Oh my God! Now
God!
Now she's pretending the big toe is a penis.
Yeah, she's kind of doing a BJ move.
I'm gonna blow a load of toe jam in her face.
All right, now she's working over the area that used to have a toe, Anthony.
Right. She's
hey,
lick
underneath.
Lick underneath the nail a little. Lick underneath the nail.
God, shut up, Jimmy.
They're horrified, Anthony. They're horrified.
They're horrified.
Deep throat that big toe.
Look at Jimmy's getting hard over here.
Yeah, nice.
Why are you getting turned on by this?
I'd like to have my toes licked.
How is that feeling, Pat?
We're only halfway.
I got another toe here.
Get that stump. Get that stump again. Lick his wound.
Yeah, lick where there used to be a toe.
Lick that diabetic.
Yeah, he's got the amputated one in his pocket.
I'd be happy to lick your wound later.
You know what?
That open hatchet wound.
All right.
Did you used to host shows in upstate New York? That's the reason I recognize those jokes.
All right,
Ready for your next act?
I think she won herself a MyFi, Anthony. Let's hear it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a standing ovation right there.
Wow. She had really good.
You happy now? You're a whore.
She had real good technique on the big toe, Aunt.
Nice. Oh, wow.
How did that feel?
How was the technique? Was that okay?
Your technique looked fine.
Thank you.
She wants critique. That's how much of a sport she is.
How was my technique?
Should I do it again?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how the technique was because I've never seen any other women licking where a toe used to be on the foot.
Exactly.
I mean, how was my technique?
You didn't throw up. I think your technique was great.
Oh, man.
I just love how he delivers his jokes with just complete lack of confidence.
Oh, I know. Complete. He is the worst. And then he tells him,
I got a couple more jokes.
Yeah, can I lick your wound? Well,
Hold on one second. We're going to get an answer to a question today.
No one's ever really enjoyed my comments in life.
Shane from North Carolina. Shane?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I was just calling to let you know, first of all, I love you guys. Been listening since you first come on XM. And
thank you.
Gonna let you know what they do with the amputated limbs there. I was an embalming apprentice in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and kind of got to see on the inside, you know, what actually happens.
Necrophiliac.
Wow.
They have these limbs, and they amputate legs, feet, hands, whatever.
Yep.
And they stack this stuff up in the morgue cooler, kind of like cordwood.
Mm-hmm.
And then at specific times, they go back and cremate all this stuff.
Oh, they cremated in a huge pile?
Do you have specific days, like
I've
leg
never
day?
actually seen them cremate. I was just
Leg
told
day
that's
and
what
arm
they do.
day.
Yeah.
It's a leg day today. We've got a pile of legs out there.
But you know, they got a morgue cooler, and it's specifically for amputated limbs. So there's when you open the thing up, I was in there one day getting the body and opened the door up by mistake, and you look in, and there's just black or blue bags kind of wrapped up with names on them.
Wow.
Tags and stuff.
Do you ever put one in your sleeve and go to shake someone's hand with it and then let go of it and let it slide out your sleeve? Hey, give me that.
No, never done that.
All right. Well, thanks for that info, Shane.
Little morgue humor.
Little morgue humor, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Little wacky guys around the morgue.
That would be good. It's like, what is it? Is it arm day or leg day today?
Which limb are we burning today?
You know, every profession has a sense of humor, so I'm sure they do some crazy stuff in the morgue.
I hear they're pretty wild, those morgue undertaker people, you know, with their sense of humor. You know, it's that whole dark humor
you know
thing.
they do.
I hear things. I just hear things. I hear they're pretty wild. I don't know.
What website have you been going to?
Doing enough. I do my research, and there are a lot of jokes that go on in the.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
I'm not a professor in this case. Well, I'm just saying I've heard things that in order to deal with what they have to deal with, they kind of have this
Bill,
dark humor.
Let me explain something, because you're sort of new to the program, you know. We're
getting
you aboard. We're getting you aboard. You're looking at a guy that knows a little bit about everything.
Oh,
everything.
God, he's my dad.
So
about
now
everything.
So now I forgot who came up with this theme. It's great. I forgot the guy's name already. Someone's yelling at the radio right now. I can't hear you, though. I'm
Professor
sorry.
Anthony.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
That jingle annoys the shit out of me, especially where he slurps a little bit of spit up after Socrates.
That's P-Niggity. Oh, that was a P-Niggity
Listen how
creation.
he slurps. Like he's spitting right after Socrates.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor
You hear that?
Anthony.
What's that?
It's excitement for his first recording gig.
All right, Pat, we're going to let you go, I guess. They piled up your limb with a bunch of others, it seems. And
You think a little
Yeah,
toe
the
is
reason I was
sitting there?
checking the phone, checking the time at 30 seconds is because that foreplay's a little long for me. And we're back in teeth at that point.
You think his little toe is the top of a pyramid of limbs?
Yeah, it's got to be the smallest thing
Right, so
that they have. So that on top of the limbs, they plopped that little toe up there.
Little toe, and then they were ready to cremate.
Like there's legs, arms, and then maybe some hands and feet.
Yeah.
And then fingers.
You talk about
And then earlobes.
You talk about
ripped off in bar fights.
Earlobes, and then right on top of that, a little raisinette-like toe just plopped on top.
You talk about morgue humor. You got to think. Well, we'll pile it up into a pyramid, and we'll put his little toe at the top there.
That is really
His name is
disgusting.
Pinky.
How about one more joke before you go?
Well, the reason it was we're banging teeth at one point, and my tongue was searching inside her mouth for her tongue, but she was like Clara Peller from the Burger King commercials. I don't think she had a tongue.
Peller from the Burger King commercials.
You had a little Dennis Miller on me there, man.
Tongue cancer, and they lopped off her tongue.
She had tongue cancer. Was it her, or was it the woman from the Throw Mama from the Train movie?
Yeah.
That isn't Clara Peller.
Clara
Peller's the Where's the Beef woman.
All right, well, Pat.
Wow. Thank God I know a little bit about everything.
Pat was handing out his own CDs yesterday. He has a CD of every time we talked about him on the show, and he was handing them out to the fans.
Yeah, he was actually handing them out. He made a cover for it and everything. It was handing out his appearances on this show to the crowd. And there was a pile of them in front of me when we were signing the pictures, and no one was taking them because they thought you had to buy them. So I had to write free CDs, and people still weren't taking them.
I think FedEx from OAvirus.com.
Yeah.
I think he's going to feature Pat's CD on his site.
Wow,
over
that's
the weekend.
something, huh? There you go, Pat.
Just a bunch of boring radio, one clip after another.
Things going to take off.
All right, Pat.
Hey, yesterday's the start of Volume 2.
All right, thanks, Pat. Have a good weekend.
This is the worst.
All right.
Stay away from that sugar, all right?
All right, yeah.
All right. Let's say hi to Mike in New York. He says the limb guy was wrong. Mike?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, that redneck that called from South Carolina?
Yeah?
He's full of crap. Because they don't stack up the toes in the morgue.
Well, arms
but
and legs.
That's stupid. I'm a surgical PA in upstate in New York here.
Yeah.
And Pat, I hate to say it, but Pat was right. They don't do an autopsy, but they do a biopsy on the limbs. To inspect the inside, see exactly what's wrong.
Yeah, but then what do they do with
throw them away with the biological waste?
What do they do with an arm?
With an arm?
Yeah, what would they do with an arm?
They do a biopsy on it, and then it goes with the biological waste.
Yeah, but what happens to biological waste?
It goes in a dumpster.
Yeah, I know. Where does the dumpster go?
God,
take me to the end of this.
Teeth, yeah.
Take me to the end of the line when they're done with the arm.
It goes to the same place used needles go, and the same
Where
place,
is that place? Just say you don't know or tell us.
A beach in Jersey.
I don't. It probably gets dumped in the ocean. I don't fucking know.
He has no idea where they end up.
But
he knows that redneck is full of shit.
Yeah, hey, dude. Mike, I want to tell you something. He doesn't know this, but that arm could go into the dumpster with the needles. They could end up at a morgue or at a whatever they call it, a funeral parlor.
Yeah.
In that room that the redneck was talking about.
And then they burn
limbs. You have no idea.
Real quick, if anybody's ever going to get anything amputated, something to make you feel better before it happens would be to go to the Improv in West Palm Beach. Punch it out.
There you go.
That was really bad. Really bad.
It was awful.
All right, we're going to take a break. Bill Burr sitting in for Jim Norton today. Jim Norton was supposed to call by now. We'll try to get him on the show today. Anthony, Drew Boogie stopped by for with a brand new Stalker Patti promo. Want to debut it on the show today.
Oh, yes.
Stalker Patti, kind of a star yesterday during the live broadcast. She reenacted her crawling naked across the floor thing with the Krusty the Clown mask on.
That was horrific.
There's video of that will be going up on the websites as well this weekend.
Another proud moment. This is Drew Boogie?
Yeah.
He's great. He takes clips and stuff, throws them together with music, and, this is a good one.
All right, let's check this out as we go to break.
Love Metallica.
I hung out with Bill at the Metallica show with Jim Norton.
And him waiting to get a picture was longer than the concert.
It became a legendary night. I finally saw firsthand what Jim goes through to get these celebrity photos. He turns into a little kid, and he doesn't realize he's kind of famous, and that if he just would kind of get a little aggressive, we could have been out of there within 5 minutes. Instead, he sat there like
an 8th grader.
Like an 8th grader, right.
At his first concert.
And then you and I were making fun of him. He's like, dude, you're going to blow it for me. You're going to blow it. Relax. They throw people out like you guys. Calm down.
Yeah, he had a whole
I'm like, what are we doing? Relax. You relax. No, you relax.
They just played a long show. They're really tired. I'm just going to stand here.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand here for hours. And then, remember he had his hooded sweatshirt on, and am I exaggerating when I say every 5 minutes, maybe even less, he kept checking the camera to make sure.
Kept resetting it.
Kept resetting it. Because he had
crazy.
I guess he had the lens perfect or whatever. So yeah, he had to keep setting it.
He's insane.
Absolutely insane with the celebrity photos. What's up?
Instant feedback, insane. Most instant feedback we've ever gotten for a song ever. But first, I gotta read from Severed Limb in New York City. Funeral parlor? What year is this? 1947?
I said flashbulbs. You said
funeral parlor. The parlor. I know. What do I know?
She was in the parlor. She looked gorgeous.
The parlor. She looked so natural. Ugh. And then I'm just reading feedback after feedback of Drew Boogie. Didn't they used to call it the parlor on the Munsters? Where Herman Munster worked. Lily, I'm going down to the parlor. The parlor. Yeah, well, I don't know what do they call them now? A funeral home?
Home, I guess.
Is it a home?
That's what it says on all the signs.
The parlor.
We were just more focused on what they did with the toe. I
wasn't really concentrating on what the hell they call the joint.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whoa, here we go. More Drew. Get him on the payroll. Absolutely the best Drew Boogie remix ever. That rocks. Stalker Patti is getting me hot in the song. This tune, dare I say, incredible, catchy. Probably the best fan-made song ever. Stalker Patti song, great. New Drew Boogie, funny as hell. But my cock has vanished into my body like a turtle head.
It's very catchy, though.
Oh, my God, this song is funny. Just got hushed by my manager for laughing real loud while I was listening with my headphones on. And Drew Boogie rocks. Stalker Patti song, unbelievable.
You know,
flawless, if you ask me.
Drew Boogie in studio. What's up, Drew?
I didn't work out like I thought it would.
Why?
I thought they would hate it. I thought it would be so anti-hot that it would be a song that would torture the listeners. You know, something that you would annoy them with, like the banana song.
You know what it is? It's so
really
catchy. It's like a real song. That chorus part is really good.
Yeah, when she goes, that's what they call me.
Yeah. That's what they call me. Maybe. With that awful voice of hers. That's what they call me.
Hey, Drew, a week from today is our last live show before vacation. You want to spin live in studio again?
I'll bring the stuff in, yeah.
All right. Drew Boogie will spin live in studio a week from today. See how we just developed a show as we do a show?
That's it. That's the beauty.
Yeah. A week from today, it's the goof-off show. We're known for the goof-off show just before vacation because we can't even be bothered anymore. At that point, we know we've just given them a lot of great radio. We just want to get out of there and on vacation.
We give up.
So it'll be a lot of fun a week from today. All right. Anthony, more highlights from yesterday's live broadcast. I got the Sex-Its girl.
The crowd was just brutal.
Sex-Its, SEXITS.com, I guess.
That had to be at least 15 minutes her trying to tell that story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The funniest part about it was when she would turn around, and because the crowd was so bad, she'd turn and look at us like, could you shut these people up? Like we have a shot at shutting those animals up. Like we could do anything to keep them from yelling at her.
Animals.
Before I go to this clip, someone's on the line here. Chris. I think he's the guy that pissed himself. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
All right.
Wow, you don't even sound like the same guy.
How's your girlfriend, man?
I don't know. I'm just looking for my ID. I think someone took it yesterday. Like
yeah, you couldn't possibly have lost it in your drunken stupor, right? Somebody took it.
Absolutely. Someone maliciously stole it from me.
Stole your ID.
How you feeling today?
I'm a little sticky.
Did you shower?
Oh, no. I just woke up. I got a shower in a few minutes.
He slept in his own urine.
Did you go home with your girlfriend?
Yeah, she's downstairs.
She was pretty pissed at you.
Oh, yeah, she was furious.
Yeah, she did not like you at all.
No.
And while you were passed out, everyone was trying to pick her up, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, everybody. You got a good-looking girlfriend, a blonde there, and you're passed out on the table, so everyone's like, ah!
That's a great situation to be in. Piss off your girlfriend really bad, pass out drunk in a bar full of drunken animals with a girlfriend who's also drinking. That just has my girlfriend's getting fucked by someone else written all over it.
Exactly.
Well, the best thing is we're going to Mexico tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just what a great thing to do right before we leave together for a week.
Yeah, well, you'll patch it up while you're in Mexico.
I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
You got any room on your trip? Because I need a place to go on vacation.
Yeah, come along. You could probably take her.
Yeah, have sex with his girlfriend.
And then you threw your, urine-stained, wet underwear at Steve. Are you nuts?
I was really drunk.
Really? You think? Wait till you see the video later this weekend.
Oh, my God.
The guy actually started drinking at about 5:30.
Yeah, on the train on the way
about
there.
5:30 on the train. He was drinking Rumpelmans all day. Well, all morning. And then you just... Did you think you would be able to pace yourself? Are you insane? Drinking Rumpelmans at 5:30, you thought, I could last. I could last a while.
Has any regret seeped in yet?
Well, the fact that I missed half the show.
Yeah, that's true. I would regret that.
But I did get a MiFi.
Yes, you
which
did.
was my goal.
Yes, you did.
Henchman from Brooklyn came up with a name for you, and I think it's a fine name. You are now known as Chris Piss.
Nice.
What a stroke of luck. His name rhymes with piss.
But that's great. Every live appearance we do, we could bring you up on stage and go, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Piss.
Chris Piss.
They're going to lose their minds.
And you can wet yourself.
They're going to have all little discussions about you, like, that's the guy they
I remember
talked about
him.
to Pete his pants for a MiFi.
I'm a legend.
You are a legend.
You're a legend.
Nice.
All right, Chris.
All right, bro. Punching out.
All right, bye.
Enjoy.
Drew Boogie, someone wants to know if you have a website.
No, I do not. I have nothing.
You really need a website.
A website.
Throw some of this stuff on there, a little advertising, and you'll do all right. Make a few nickels.
Yeah.
A few nickels. Stalker Patty's online just to comment that she loves her new song. Stalker Patti.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good. You heard the song?
Yes, I did. It was the funniest thing I ever heard. It was so not me. It was so that funny.
Well, it's you saying all those words, Patty.
I know. That was from me reading the magazine and little things, I may have said that got patched together.
What
Drew
a
is very
sexy
clever.
voice she has.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that just the hottest, sexiest female voice? Blah, 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 blah. Are you working today?
Yes, I am. I'm getting ready to go into work now.
Did you have fun yesterday?
Yeah, I had a great time. I got to speak to a lot of people. I love being around a lot of people. I miss that.
You're around a lot of people every day when you're handing out chocolate.
Yeah,
Work at a
but
mall.
not like having a good time and having fun or being out. I'm always, entertaining myself by myself, going to places everywhere by myself.
Any possible dates?
What?
Any possible dates?
No, not that I know of.
None of these guys came up to you and said, Patty, I kind of have something for you.
Probably only in my dreams right now.
In her dreams.
All right, none of those guys approaching you saying, let's go out sometime, huh?
No, but it was fun to talk to everybody.
I'm surprised no one actually comes up to Patty and asks her to go out.
That would be nice,
I'm not talking, some of the sane people that go to our events, but, some of the real freak guys.
Well, like the guy that does surgery on himself. That would be nice.
Why didn't he go? Patty, if one of our listeners came up and nicely asked you to go out to dinner one night, would you go?
Well, I would have to get to know the person. I would chat with them.
You get to know them at dinner.
You can't be picky
at
this point, sweetie.
I'm going
50
with,
years old,
and
and she's a virgin, and she's being
Patty,
this picky.
Do you understand every person probably listening to this show right now goes through that stage in their life where they just don't get to know anyone and they just bang people? You never went through the banging stage.
Yeah, and playing hard to get kind of ends at about, 24.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It starts
becomes really annoying and not worth the effort.
For a lot of people, it starts in high school and then maybe college, and that's that period where you're not getting to know anyone. You're drinking and then seeing something that looks good, and you
Yeah,
know.
well, I wasn't allowed to date in high school, and in college I was in the fellowship, so it was a little difficult.
You were in the what?
The fellowship.
Of the ring?
Yeah.
Little
Can you
hobbit?
excuse me just a second? I just gotta leave my phone for 1 second.
Yeah, to turn down your
my
radio.
radio's on too loud. I can hear it. Hold on.
Of course it is.
Of course it is, Stalker Patti.
What a dope.
As she walks to the radio, she'll hear this.
Still
Kill
blaming
yourself.
I'm back. I
You're
turned it
blaming.
down really
You're right.
low.
She's still blaming high school. I wasn't allowed, and then I was in the fellowship.
Yes.
Patty, do you realize if you do not get aggressive, you're going to be alone for the rest of your natural life?
I think she figured that out 20 years ago.
You gotta stop playing the victim.
My shyness.
Shyness? You took your top off and crawled around on the floor in front of hundreds of people in a Krusty the Clown mask.
Yeah, we want to know.
How shy is that?
We want to know more about the fellowship.
Yeah, what's the fellowship?
Oh, it was the Christian fellowship. The people I was
great.
involved with in college.
Teaching you about your awful, dirty vagina that you ought to keep covered at all times, right?
Well, I remember one time I came to church in shorts because it was 98 degrees, and it was like one of those churches in the village, you know? And I thought everyone was kind of cool. The lady gave me a skirt and told me to put it on because I would be disturbing the brothers in the fellowship.
Why? Because boys wear shorts and only girls wear
I don't know.
skirts?
They didn't want me to show my legs.
They didn't want you. What? Doesn't a skirt show your legs?
Yeah, but it was a long skirt, like a maxi skirt.
Makes everything sound sexy. A maxi skirt in the fellowship.
Yeah, I was offended, though. I never went back there again because I thought it was ridiculous.
Patty, tell everybody, after you were abandoned as a small baby in a diner, tell everybody where they sent you.
Where? The New York Foundling.
The New York Foundling. What? She was one of the little rascals.
This is so sad.
Did we go back into a time machine? We're talking about flashbulbs today. We're talking about
funeral parlors, the New York Foundling,
and the Fellowship.
And the Fellowship.
It's like 1935 today on
Down
the
near
program.
Ellis Island, they had the Foundry. And we saw the Statue of Liberty.
When the ship came through and we all saw the statue, it was a wonderful time for us. I was in quarantine with the smallpox for a while. Patty.
The Foundling
We were abused daily, but it was better than the homeland.
A lot of the men I met were sent to Boys Town. She's like from the 30s.
What is the Foundling again? That's
At the New York Foundling Hospital. That's the actual name of the place.
And is that they can dedicate an entire hospital to children they find?
Yeah, they have a department, a foster care, an adoption department.
Yeah. You didn't make it out of the adoption department, I noticed, huh?
No, I was raised by 60-year-olds. They, probably considered too old to adopt or something.
So they just threw you in these various foster homes?
That's why she talks the way she does. You know, she talked like this when she was 8.
Yeah.
Her parents were 60-year-olds.
Patty was...
Let's go catch the early bird special down at the diner. What am I, made of money? There's old Patty. Give me my reading glasses. I can't see, goddammit.
Oh, wow. So, all right, you're sent to the Foundling Society, whatever, and then a lot of the babies are adopted eventually, right?
Yeah, a lot of us that are older.
God,
I was
you know
an
what?
older child. I was 16 months
Stalker
old.
Patti was the one puppy that's left over at the pet shop.
Yeah. 16 months and you were the old baby?
Well, it's after 1 year old, you're old. You're too old for adoption.
So they don't want you. They don't want
baby.
someone else's problem. They want little babies.
Yeah, they want the fresh puppies that come in.
Right, the little cute ones that are...
Right.
They got the little triangle ears hanging from the side of their head.
And the other puppies go out the back door and thrown in the back of a pickup truck.
The big ones that are sitting there with the big loads of crap in their cage. You don't want that because you know it's going to end up on your rug.
Those puppies were special in their little cage for about a week or two.
Yeah.
You know, they blow dry their hair, make them all nice. They have ribbons around them and stuff.
Put them in the front of the window so people can actually see as they walk by and walk in.
And those puppies only have 2 or 3 weeks shelf life.
Yep.
And if you're not convincing your future owner that you're the one, now you're being shipped out the back door.
With the old couples.
Just thrown in a pickup truck, and God knows what they do with them.
Once you're the big puppy,
yeah,
it's over.
It's over, Johnny.
Over. They don't want you, and they didn't want you, Patty. So you just kind of went from foster parents to foster parents, old people.
Yeah, it was a lot of older people. The last home I was in for years. I was like almost 2 years old, and I stayed there till I was 18.
From 2 years to 18, you were with one...
Yeah, from 2, and then before I was
they must
2,
have been
I was
something.
with several. It was in several hands.
They must have been something. 2 years to 18 years, so they pretty much formed you as a human being.
Yeah, well, they were in their 60s. They were elderly.
Elderly in their 60s.
And my record was a Victrola. You know, the car was a machine or carriage.
Oh, my God.
They used to call...
The refrigerator was an ice box. That's what they said. Yeah, they used to
come on, people. These people are old. She sounds like she's doing stand-up.
Right.
I got to tell you.
How old were they?
The refrigerator was an ice box, for Christ's sake. Is this thing on? What's going on?
I tell you, they were old.
I got to tell you, I come out of the Foundling Center, Hey, we went to the ice box. I got to tell you, they took me to school in the carriage, huh? Stalker Rodney. Earl, let me tell you.
I need my laugh track.
God.
I need a laugh track for this type of.
You
radio.
You were raised with a very old couple, is what you're saying.
Did they teach you about sex, Patty?
Actually, it was only about a month before I actually got my first thing.
Your first what thing? Your first period?
Yeah, only a month before. And
how old were you? How old were you when you got your first one?
Oh, like a 14.
14. So little Patty is ready to get it, and your foster parents
before
decided.
That, I had no idea what it was.
All right, hold on. And your parents have to be in their 70s at this point.
Oh, yeah, pushing that. Well, one of them died at 69. The other one lived till his 80s.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Died at 69.
Yeah.
And now you were still living in the house when she died?
Actually, at that time I was in the college and.
The fellowship.
I was 20.
I was in the
old.
college.
The college.
Doing the studying.
In the college?
Yeah, it was only in college that I started to really come out a little bit, being around other people on the floor and stuff.
Right,
They used to tell me, Patty, this is wrong. Fight for your rights. Get away from them.
You got to fight for your right to party.
That's funny, because by then it was probably the 60s, and that's the flower power people talking.
Yeah.
And she's still back in the 40s talking.
She's way
You got to
back.
fight for your rights, man. Summer of love. But I have to go to the college.
I got to go to the college. I can't believe there's Japs and Krauts here at the college.
So you were hanging out with like a 70-year-old mom when you were a teenager.
Yeah, and I couldn't talk about anything with her. Everything was bad.
Everything was bad. Yeah. So when you talk about sex, you didn't probably even bring up the subject of
You
sex.
didn't say the word, or your head was off your shoulders.
Patty, how did they tell you about sex right before you got your period?
Oh, you're going to get pain in your stomach, and you're going to get sick, and this and that, whatever. And then I remember when I got the worst awful cramps, and I really was sick, So
but did they tell you what it was all about and why you were?
That was what it was all about, getting sick.
No,
I really was sick every time I had it.
Patty, did they tell you that you were, expelling an egg, and did they give you the whole thing of what it was?
I don't even think they understood what it was. A lot of people that age in that time, born during the time that they were born, really
the
didn't know what was
1800s.
going on inside them.
Well,
The gay 90s.
Gay 90s, right?
Did she take you out to get your first pad?
I had to wear those, yeah. And then
with the belt, right? I think I remember this
friend
conversation.
bring them to the house.
What's that?
They had a younger friend that was in her 30s bring him over to the house.
No, that was
her. Actually had to get somebody else to bring him?
That was her great-grandkid.
Did they have any of their own? Did they have any of their own children?
Who was a shoe cobbler?
No, they never did. They said they couldn't have them. The only one they adopted was an older brother I'm no longer in contact with.
Oh, did he touch you?
No, he used to pick me up and throw me across the room on the bed if I annoyed him.
Yeah,
that was
probably
about
happened
it.
a lot.
Or pick me up and put me on a high dresser and leave me there.
Has anything positive?
Wait, you hear that?
That's a great gag. When Patty would annoy the brother, he would put her up on a high dresser and leave her there.
Yeah, I'd be whining and everything. Get me down, get me down. I was so tiny.
I was so tiny. Wow, that is some life.
I was 5 years old and a 3-year-old's height.
You were a 3-year-old's height at 5?
Oh, yeah, I was the smallest in the class, always.
So you're a little tiny thing. Are there any pictures of you as a baby, as a kid?
Nothing under the age of 2. Not one thing.
I don't mean that. I mean, like, are there pictures of you at, 10 or 14 or something?
Yeah, I do have a lot of photos of myself.
Patty,
I have to dig them up, but I got them.
If you could bring us some of those, we would love to look at them, scan them, and put them up on the website.
Sure, I will. Yeah, I'll grab.
I want to see what you
look
looked like back
through
then.
my box in my closet.
She never disappoints.
Did anything happy ever happen? Anything positive?
Yeah, Patty. Any happy memories from back then?
Did you ever fly a kite?
Well, I don't know. I think I was happier being out of the house than in the house, If I was out with my friends playing, I was happy and carefree. But when I came inside, it was like,
happy and gay. Yeah.
Like a museum, I guess. You had to be, couldn't touch anything and stuff like that.
Wow, it's like
I wasn't allowed to turn the TV on and stuff unless they did it.
Being over your old grandma's house or something all the time.
Mothballs.
Mothballs and plastic on the furniture. And,
awful food.
Yeah, horrible old people food. The horrible old people smell.
She could cook. That was the one positive thing. She was a great cook.
How would you know?
God.
You have nothing to base it on.
Yeah. Patty, what Did you ever have fun with your mom?
Compare it to.
Not really, no. I couldn't even be in Girl Scouts because she was too old to take part. Didn't feel like it, so the school wouldn't allow me to be in it.
The school, why? Because your adopted whatever mother was too old?
Right, well, because she couldn't take part in everything, and she had to commit herself twice a month to be part of be a den mother. And
is that the deal? If you join the Girl Scouts, your mom has to be a den mother a couple of times a month?
And I remember trying to go to the meetings and beg. I was like 8, 9 years old. I really wanted to be a brownie, wanted to be a Girl Scout. I was prevented because it was a rule. Your parents had to participate no matter what.
Oh,
so I couldn't
an old
do it.
graham cracker hip couldn't participate, huh?
No. I remember one time we had a class trip to Daytop Village. They said there's going to be people in the trees jumping down at you. I was forbidden to go. I had to stay home.
Daytop Village.
And it would have been a learning experience.
What the fuck? Wait, Patty.
What's the
She
Daytop
just says
Village?
these things like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Daytop Village, where people are jumping out of trees on top of her.
Well,
I'm sure our listeners can have a bunch of jokes there for that.
My father used to tell me you're not to go to an amusement park with a guy. You'll go in a tunnel. Next thing you know, you'll have a baby. And I kept asking him, but what happened between the time I went in and when I had the baby? And he wouldn't answer me.
Oh, you go into one of a tunnel of love or something, and you come out and you're going to have a baby.
But what was going on that I had this baby? Where did it come from?
And they wouldn't tell you.
He would walk away or yell at me.
I think it was a metaphor. You're speaking in metaphors.
The
tunnel. Tunnel.
Right.
Like
you go in and out and in and out and in and out of the tunnel, and then you get hit with some stuff. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I had this vision. I'm going in the tunnel with the guy, and I'm coming out, and we have a baby in our arms. So I'm like, but how did this happen?
When did you finally learn about
good
sex?
question. Yeah, Patty, when did you finally find out exactly how this all works?
Oh, when I lived in the dorms, and friends I know gave me books and things, and I used to read them, like from the library and stuff, you know.
What were some of the titles?
In the year of high school, when I used to go to the library and find things and bring them home, but I had to hide them.
Of course you did.
What were some of the titles? Do you remember?
One of them was Becoming a Woman or something like that. I don't remember. It was too long ago.
I'm sure it was real
there
sexy.
were those types of books in the library section with the librarian herself helping me, which confused me because she was kind of old, and she showed me those books herself. So I guess it must have been just them, and maybe not an old people's thing in general.
I guess my teacher, Mrs. Crabtree, she took me and Chubsy Ubsy to the library. Alfalfa used to make fun of us.
All right. Well, Patty,
your life deserves a book and a movie.
It's like Angela's Ashes. You ever read that book? You just like, is it ever going to get better?
It just never gets better with her.
People just keep dying.
We've known Patty for over 5 years now.
Yeah, at least.
And everything new she tells us is just another sad story. Are you happy now, Patty, in your life?
Yeah, I'm much happier now.
You're a happy woman now?
Yeah, I feel a lot freer.
What do you think would complete yourself to make you the happiest you could be? Is it a relationship?
Cock.
You mean somebody that I care about and want to be with for the rest of my life? That would make me very, very happy.
Well, as we were saying before this whole conversation got started, you got to loosen up a little more. And if somebody asks you out, you got to go with them, maybe to a restaurant and have some dinner. And not worry so much about getting to know them before you go out. You get to know people at dinner. That's what the dating is for.
Oh, no, my point is I want to make sure it's not with a nut that's going to hurt me or
well,
something.
it's going to be one of our listeners, so you got to kind of put that away. It's going to be
hurt
a nut.
you in a good way.
Yeah. Jimmy, have you been listening to this?
Yeah, and it was it's much easier to hear on hold. Like I can hear you guys loud and clear on hold. And then once we come through, it's very, very hard.
Yeah, that figures.
So it's only on that translation, but you can hear when you're on hold.
I bet you it's the same problem where, the audio drops in half when we, push different buttons on the board here. I wonder if the same thing's going on with the phone system, Anthony.
But I did hear enough to realize that this conversation is making me nauseous. Old copper panties. I don't need that.
Old copper panties.
All right, Patty, I think we're going to let you go and talk to Jimmy here.
Okay.
Patty, get me some chocolate-covered cherries.
Oh, okay, sure.
Thank
I'll take
you.
up those photos, too.
That works like a diver.
And truffles.
Okay.
Yeah, the truffles are really good.
She's
our chocolate connection.
Yeah, my mom loves the truffles.
We'll pay you for them, Patty.
Yeah, we'll pay you.
And for Christ's sake, join the Fellowship of the Penis.
Hey, Patty?
Yes?
Could you bring me one of your pulpy tampons dipped in chocolate?
No, I don't know, Jimmy, if that's possible. Everything else is possible, but I don't know about that.
The fellowship. Then I went on to the Two Towers.
Right.
All right, I got to get ready for work now.
The Foundling Society.
Foundlings.
The Fellowship. What?
Great.
Okay, so have a good day, guys.
Well, just hang out, Patty.
Bye, Patty.
Bye.
There she goes. All right, we're on the phone with Jimmy Norton.
Yes.
How was your flight, Jimmy?
Jimmy, I got to ask you, I looked at the weather yesterday, and it was right after the show. You had to leave right away to get to the airport. I looked at the map, and all I saw in Florida was horrific thunderstorms, and all I could think of was poor little Jimmy. How did it go?
It was, well, the flight was late because our plane came in from England, so we were probably an hour delayed.
Lucky for you.
It was definitely turbulent. What's that?
Lucky for you.
Well, it was very turbulent. I mean, I actually had to recline all the way in my sleeper seat to try to enjoy the flight.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah, it was very, there was no food served on the plane, so the flight kind of blew. Very small crowd because the date was supposed to be tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, but I didn't want to miss today and Monday with you guys, so I switched it to last night. So a lot of people didn't even know I was there.
So it's our fault that
No, not at all. Please, it was fine.
You're blaming us and the show.
No, it was the lack. That's what I'm telling
crowd.
myself to keep from putting a bullet in my head. Realize I only bring 50 people in.
It'll be better tonight. It's Friday.
I hope so. I really can't hear you guys. This is very frustrating.
Well, we're just kind of recapping yesterday's program. I mean, it was just an unbelievable time.
What happened after I left? I mean, I'm sure that there was more hanging. Any chicks flashing?
No.
No, everyone was very uptight about the boobies being shown in a bar with the liquor being served. I don't know what's going on.
And we discussed how uptight you were, and how you were the voice of reason yesterday.
Dude, look, all I know is this: I've seen this thing go down the toilet before. I've seen what happens after it. I don't want it to happen again.
That's true. I agree with Jimmy. And when it came down to the knife, the guy that wanted to swallow the knife, I agreed with Jimmy. There was no way that should have happened, and it didn't.
But we needed to explore that a little bit more.
No, we didn't.
Sure.
No, we didn't.
No, we
I wanted
didn't.
the guy to kind of like just tease it a little bit, just to see how it might have looked.
Didn't even want to tease because he'd have dropped that thing right down his throat. And today we'd have been talking to Bob about how after the criminal trial is over, if we're acquitted, we might be able to get a job somewhere. It absolutely would have been happening today.
What about the guy drinking the urine, Jimmy?
The only way that would have worked is if somebody went in the other room and whizzed and nobody actually saw it come out of the body into a cup. Then it could have been, quote-unquote, apple juice. But you never could have pulled that off with a guy just pissing into a cup. And believe me, there's nothing I wanted to see more than that fat man swallow that knife and just drop dead on the stage.
Well, that would have been fun.
Nothing would have made me happier.
Now, Jimmy, I noticed Ben was freaking out at the guy that wanted to just urinate in his pants for the MiFi. And I was all for that. That was one thing I wanted to see go down. Opie did, too. I really didn't get a feel about how you felt about that.
When Ben was panicking, I started panicking. I'd become Kenny conservative with anything that involves
Nelly nervous.
It's probably too much, but it just seems like every time that we've had problems, it's been with something like that because our judgment tends to be go with the moment. And
I understand, but you know something? I run everything through my head before it happens. The knife thing, I saw the horrors of that. Playing out in front of me. The peeing in the pants, I saw nothing that could have happened in that situation that could have hurt the show, so I figured let it rip. And then I saw old shaky Jim sitting there, stop it!
I really was.
Now get him off the stage! Ben is freaking out! Steve, and the owner, and the Hard Rock, and you all of a sudden were just like losing your mind.
Dude, look. First of all, I saw old Jack Torrance's hair was out of his mind. I started to get really nervous. And I just, look, anything that's going to screw the show up, I just want us to do the show in a fucking cocoon where nobody comes in and we just talk and it's fun and we have friends in and nobody gets naked so we don't get kicked off the air again. I'm paranoid.
There's a gray area, though.
Yeah,
you're
right, I know.
That's what Ant and I discussed this morning. We're getting a little wimpy because no one was flashing at the event. You're allowed to flash in a bar whether they're serving alcohol or not.
Your old Sid's safe.
Yeah, because
I know. I agree. I've gotten a little bit nervous, but look, no one thought we'd be off the air for 26 months. So if I'm Pete Panic for a little while, you guys got to be fucking, earnest understanding.
We saw that going down though, and I saw no problem with the guy peeing himself.
I'm glad you did it.
I think the hard. You know what that is? Like the guy with the knife could have gotten us in trouble legally. We could have been sued or arrested if something went wrong, and then definitely lost our job. I guess only the Hard Rock had a problem with the guy weeing because I think they were a little confused and thought he was going to piss on the stage or something. We knew exactly what was going to happen, so you let it play out like that.
Well,
Jimmy
they are
was
a food establishment, and they, if we announced, look, there's going to be a man urinating on the stage in your food establishment. I mean, understandably.
Yeah, but we knew his pants were going to soak it up. You got to piss like a thoroughbred in order for it to come out of the cuff of your pants.
Yeah.
There's a lot of material to soak that up.
And then you got the sock that'll soak that up a bit.
You got to soak all that up.
I had enough confidence to know that no urine was going to hit the stage.
Right.
Were the sexist people annoyed, or were they fine?
We were going to play the audio of her on stage because we're playing some of the classic moments from yesterday's show. We started this break talking about that. We'll get to it after the break. But I guess they signed up for more advertising.
Well, they got a long commercial yesterday. We talked about it for a while.
They loved the show, and they get it. So they went right to Will, who's our sales guy now. Will from WYSP.
Oh, yeah.
He quit a great job at WYSP because he believes in the Opie and Anthony show so much.
Right.
And, supposedly the gang from Sex Hits went right up to him and said, where do I sign up for more?
If they would have just gotten a 60-second live read from us that went nowhere and just, we did it at that event, it wouldn't have really had an impact. But with the crowd just yelling at that broad up on the stage and not letting the guy get a word in edgewise and them turning around all nervously looking at us, it was great. It was great for them.
Well, the thing is, even though it probably didn't go the way they had scripted it out, these rapists in the audience, just a bunch of fat guys with beer and little half hard-ons, are the type of guys that are going to go onto this website and jerk off for hours.
Exactly, it's their audience. They want those people. Bunch of racists.
But
it really was a racist show yesterday.
Oh my God, they were just awful.
They were animals yesterday.
I was dying.
The best. Oh yeah,
horrible.
The best part though was when we auctioned off Earl. That audio's coming up after the break too.
Oh.
But see, that was funny and clever. I mean,
that was funny.
Some of these guys just going over the top with the N-word.
Way over the top.
Where it didn't even make sense. It wasn't even like the joke was dependent on it. It was just for the sake of being
it was just for the sake of being vicious.
If there's a joke there, fine, but, just to be a dick, you don't need to use it.
And then looking up at us, trying to get that approval.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God damn, dude.
Well, and again, as far as shock value is concerned, I mean, this show has set a really bad precedent. It's not like they've learned that shock value works very well here.
They sure have.
Go for the balloon knot. No one forgets that audio.
We're gonna do more of these live broadcasts, Jimmy. We Ant and I were talking before the show. When did we agree to do a live show in front of our fans? We haven't done one of those in probably 4 or 5 years.
Because they had been disasters in the past.
We gave up on that. We either did road shows or, live broadcasts from things that didn't really involve the fans that much. But this one was an all-out, performing right in front of the fans yesterday.
I didn't realize it would be that either. And I think it was, considering that Joe had his gig and Steven couldn't get out of his gig, it was great that Billy came by and Bob came by. That really helped out, man, because that could have been like a nightmare. And it turned out to be a great, great gig.
And everyone said the show sounded really, really good, so we're going to continue doing these live broadcasts. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, we got to hit Boston, Cleveland. Let's hit some other places.
Well, we
can't leave well enough alone. We have to do it until we screw up and go, we're never doing these again. This sucks.
Until somebody miscarries on the dance floor, then we'll kind of just let's go on to something else.
The next one's going to be April 11th. We need the listeners to spread the virus on this and help us out because we're not going to be able to promote it too well because we're going on vacation. But April 11th, we're going to do the show from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. East Coast time. We're changing the time of the show because everyone's getting, they're getting ready for opening day. It's the Yankees and the Sox up there. And the broadcast is going to be at Bill's Bar in Boston. That's on Lansdowne Street.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
April 11th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And I got to, I was supposed to be in Boston that weekend, 8th and 9th. But because of this pilot shoot, I've had to move my Boston Comedy Connection date to April 29, 30. Your tickets will obviously be honored, but that's the new date for Boston, April 29, 30, not April 8, 9. So I was supposed to be up there, but I'll just come up there with you guys probably on the Sunday morning.
All right, Jimmy.
All right, and again, man, I can't hear you at all, so.
Yeah, well, that's going to all be fixed when we come back from vacation.
All right, good.
That's why we're not bitching about it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm just letting you know that the listeners aren't jerking you off when they say that. It really is. It does just drop off really bad.
All right, well.
I'm going to sit here. When we get back, I'm going to be all tanned from my 10-day Caribbean cruise. They have heat lamps in the casinos on those ships? That's the only way I'm getting it.
Jimmy, I'm gonna
the old tan taking calls that can hear us. Perfect.
Jim, I'm following you around on vacation because I got shut out yesterday.
What do you mean?
I was trying to book a trip last minute. I'm such an idiot, and everything's booked. Everything. I wanted to go down to Atlantis, and I can't get a room down there at all.
What am I doing anything for the vacation? I think I'm just doing L.A. So come out to L.A.
I might have to just go out to L.A.
Oh, you can hang out with Bob.
Oh,
Super
great.
Agent Bob Eatman.
I just wanted to be on a beach and do nothing for a week to 10 days, and
Greg Brady,
and I'm getting screwed.
Dice, you could hang out with a bunch of people out there.
Yeah, we'll just it'd be cool. We'll split the room cost. 2 men, just big bed. We'll laugh about it.
Hanging out in the room,
easy,
renting some movies.
Easy.
Hey, listen, Monday morning, make sure you wear your Ozzy shirts.
All right. Allegedly,
I'm
supposedly, Ozzy Osbourne is supposed to be in here Monday.
Yeah, the Monday show is going to be a disaster when Jim realizes that Ozzy blew us off.
He won't blow us off.
The tirade that Jimmy will have will be legendary.
He won't blow us off.
I guarantee. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't want to jinx it.
No, I don't think he will.
Let's just put it this way: if Ozzy doesn't show up, you just listen to Jimmy on Monday.
My God.
You're just going to hear the sound of a 36-year-old out-of-shape man just crying. I won't even be mad. I'll just kind of weep and just realize that that's the way it's got to go for me. It'll really hurt.
And then we hit the road and we do 2 shows from Washington, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, to D.C.
So.
How many pictures do you think you're going to take with Ozzy?
Oh, I hope somebody films it for a few minutes. I'll probably just take 1 or 2. I want to get him to sign the picture of me and him. And I might bring in the newspaper article that, like, his picture was next to mine and try to get that signed from when I was 13.
When you played...
Asteroids
and set some kind of a record as a cute little kid?
Boy, am I setting myself up for a disastrous disappointment on Monday.
You really are. You're going to be bringing in all this memorabilia to have signed. He's so psyched, and Ozzy just won't show.
Yeah, he might not. But if he doesn't, fuck it. I'll just go down to D.C. and console myself with a tranny.
Any luck in West Palm?
No, of course not. No. Not at all. Not even close.
No. All right.
Hey, listen, man. Take care, guys.
Billy, really fast, and this isn't a bit. The topless broad coming in for the news.
When is she coming?
I don't know. You set this up.
No, it was through Ben. She contacted Ben, and she had to cancel that one day. So I'm hoping she comes in early this week sometime, but she can't. Maybe she'll come in Monday, or maybe the week we get back from vacation. I
heard she was supposed to come in today.
Oh, I didn't know that. No one told me anything.
Ben? No? Yes? I don't know. Oh, now you don't know? Ben doesn't know. All right. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, guys. Billy, take it easy, man.
All right, take it easy, Jim.
All right, see you.
Fast
Freddy is saying that Spalding from Caddyshack used to tend bar at Bill's Bar. Is that true? Ben would know.
John Barman, yeah.
He used to?
He's
or does he still?
He's a Boston guy. He's always around town in Boston.
What a great...
Spalding, yeah.
I would love to meet that guy.
Wait, you know Spalding?
Yeah, I know Spalding.
Spalding.
He looks exactly the same.
You know Spalding?
I know Spalding. He's been a bartender in Boston forever. Yeah.
How cool is that?
John Barman. Everyone in Boston knows it, yeah.
Are you kidding?
No. Well, I'll see if I can get him to show up.
Spalding. And I want a hamburger, and I want a hot dog.
Wait, nothing like it. All right, hold on a minute. You're going to see if you can get Spalding? Anthony and I would lose our minds to hang out with Spalding.
That's like Ozzy showing up for Jim.
All right, yeah, we'll get
Spalding. Spalding from Caddyshack showing
we'll
up.
Get Spalding to show up. He's I think he does catering now or something.
Are you kidding?
No.
How did I not know?
Dude, I'd rather be.
You didn't even know that?
He's a bartender up in Boston?
He was. I think now he owns a catering business or something.
I'd rather...
Dude, people used to leave drinks with cigarette butts in it on the bar and go, come on, drink it.
People would tease him all the time.
Throw up in my Porsche.
I would rather talk to Spalding than Ozzy.
Of course.
I'm not even kidding.
Spalding.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
That would go back to the one famous...
You're playing golf today.
Remember the one famous drunken night where we hung out with the Hanson brothers?
Yeah.
From Slapshot?
Slapshot.
We got completely hammered with the Hanson brothers.
The Hanson brothers. I love those little peripheral characters.
Without a doubt. They're a lot more fun than the stuck-up celebrities.
One of the greatest movies ever made he was in. Come on.
That Paul Newman guy. Nothing?
Nothing.
Paul Newman is the Slapshot, right?
Yeah, hang out with that Paul Newman guy.
Wow.
Wow, that was dead silence.
I'll be at the Funny Bone in Idaho coming up.
They brought their fucking toys.
All right, here's the deal. Bill Burr in studio for Jim Norton. Earl on the phone.
Oh, Earl.
We got to play the audio of Earl getting auctioned off. We got to play the audio of the girl from sexits.com. But as we go to break, you want us to do this into break? I want to play a little Jimmy thing first. Can we do this next? He wants us to do a live read for Paisano of Mulberry Street in the heart of Little Italy.
Here it is. Ooh, live read.
We're not playing the jingle, though, because it's going to mess me up.
Okay.
What, the Paisano song?
Yeah. We'll do it next time.
Okay.
Joey.
Well, but it starts off saying, like the song says. So I go, you'll love Paisano.
Hold on.
You're playing the song now?
You'll love Paisano. Hey, it's my kind of restaurant. Come try Paisano for that real Italian taste you want. Your table's waiting, so stay a while. Come taste a good life Italian style.
And we won't whack you like that Sparks Steakhouse place.
Jesus, Anthony.
What?
Joey doesn't want any association with that whatsoever.
I understand. It's a nice place to eat.
It's a great place.
Saying.
I went down there with Brother Weeze and the gang only, last weekend, Ed.
You did.
We had a great time, and the food was excellent.
Did you enjoy their huge portions that you get at Paisano of Mulberry Street, Opie?
Very huge portions, yes.
Yes. Did you you say that I sent myself and get a free glass of wine?
Well, we got a lot of things for free.
Oh.
Joey's very happy to be back on the program. I even had to call Joey and go, Joey, I didn't expect you to pay for 12 people.
Oh, wow. He actually...
Well, someone suggested that we go to one of his competitors. Let's just put it that way. And I'm like,
really?
No way are we going to Joey's competitor. So I called up Joey. I'm like, can I get a table for 12? Thinking, maybe, unlike Frenchie, he would do something for me. But I didn't expect him to pick up the whole tab.
Picked up the whole tab.
And we had a great time. One weird thing that's going on at Paisano of Mulberry Street in the heart of Little Italy.
Yeah.
They're playing Christmas music.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe Joey can call the program if he's listening live today and explain that to us.
I know at Christmas they play the Christmas music, but...
I noticed that they kept everyone very relaxed, and the waiters were getting a lot more tips. Because people
that might be some kind of thing going on.
I think people got confused thinking it's the holiday season. People are a little more generous during the holiday season. I think they got this whole thing going on. I think they got something figured out down there.
Yeah.
Better tips if you play Christmas music.
Were they Italian Christmas songs?
Yeah, well, I finally asked... oh my God, I forgot his name. The guy at the door that always takes care of us.
Tony, Joey, Paulie. Which one?
I forgot his freaking name.
Vinny.
And he always
Vinny, that's a good one.
Nicky.
Nicky.
Mikey.
With a C.
Mikey.
With a C.
Carmine.
No.
Kamenuch.
Oh man, I can't believe I forgot his name. Anyway, he explained to me that they have these mob CDs.
What?
Remember the mob CDs that came out? It's all the music from some of the mob movies and things like that.
Oh, I gotcha.
And I guess the unfortunate thing about those mob CDs, they have a couple Christmas tunes on each CD because it's like a box set or something like that.
Maybe they would had those on.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. So they're shuffling through and they can't stop the Christmas music.
Yeah.
But the rest of the music's great. Well, even the Christmas music was fun to listen to.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Down there on at Paisano on Mulberry Street. Classic candlelit restaurant. Perfect for a late-night date or romantic meal. Every single pasta on the menu now under $10. But you don't have to worry about that because you go down there, Joey foots the bill for everything. So head down there and have Joey pay for your meal at Paisano of Mulberry Street.
Up to 12.
Up to 12, right.
First 12 people get in for free.
They're open weekends till 2 a.m. Paisano of Mulberry Street, right there in the heart of Little Italy between Grand and Hester. Call them up, 212-965-1188, 965-1188, Paisano of Mulberry Street.
There you have it. As we go to break, because Norton's not here, we'd like to play some tracks from his CD when he's not here, just to keep him involved with the program, right? A new CD's coming out from Jim Norton. You got to go to eatabullet.com for the details on that. But from his Yellow Discipline CD, here's a fine little track called I Wish I Were Gay.
And I'm not knocking.
I like that. Watertight.
In studio, Bill Burr today. Eric just handed us pictures of a fine female soldier there in Iraq.
Man, well,
what's this all about, Eric?
Yesterday, I had said that there aren't any hot chicks in the military, and you know something, I've been proven wrong.
I got an email, and this guy was pissed, and he said,
I understand.
He's like, that whole rant, that's bullshit. Read this. I read the email, and then it goes to this link of photos he has.
You know
and this
something?
girl is hot.
When we're only shown pictures of Lindy England, you know, the beauty that was Lindy England with the leash and the prisoner, she was quite the looker, that girl.
Yeah, well, check out these pictures. Where's Anthony's copy?
Oh, I took a look. I've been passing them around.
Well, you got to describe.
I like the last couple of pages.
Are we allowed to get these up on a website?
We're checking on that. I don't want to give a name or anything.
She's
right
in
now.
her little room with a whipped cream bikini top on, Anthony?
Probably block her face out.
Completely top. Yeah. Why? Her face is beautiful.
No, I mean because you get her in trouble.
Oh.
You're not supposed to
Well,
do
we'll see what the boyfriend says. I don't know. She's got
the boyfriend. It's the Army.
Well, she's got a whipped cream. Maybe
Uncle Sam.
But maybe she's coming home tomorrow. Maybe she's in the clear, Anthony.
You come home tomorrow, you're still in reserve.
She's got
done with active duty. You still have a commitment to the Army for a while.
The girl's beautiful. She's a brunette. She looks pretty tall.
I don't want to get her in trouble.
Nice boobies. She's got a whipped cream bikini top on.
She's got a French manicure.
Yeah.
I don't know
Where
if
do
I'm
you get
buying
that?
This now.
In Baghdad.
She's in Jersey.
And
now she's in Jersey.
They just redid her basement, put up a flag.
She does have a French manicure.
And now
look at that.
Well,
where's she having her nails done? In Iraq. Yeah, that's great.
The Fallujah Hair and Nail Salon.
She's now she's with her friend who's also topless, and they got some heavy artillery in their arms there, Anthony.
Yeah, I see the girl's carrying like an M60.
Right, that's really hot. Topless girl with a M16,
like a machine gun. She's
or
holding
like and then she's holding up two grenades to her boobies.
Yeah, she's holding grenades.
It doesn't look
in front of her
whorish at all. Looks like a.
It's very tastefully done, Anthony.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
It looks like they're in a college dorm room too.
Playboy-esque.
There's like all kinds of stuff hanging on the walls. So it's not. It doesn't look like a barracks or anything like that or military quarters. There's a flag and like tapestry on the wall. All kinds of doodads.
No beaver shot. It's very.
No. The last couple of
done.
pictures, she's holding an M60 machine gun between her legs. She's completely naked. She's got like a strap of ammo, a chain belt around her chest. And,
like a Mexican guy in all the old cowboy movies.
Yeah, an old bandito.
Yeah.
Gringo. Hey, gringo. And she's quite lovely.
I have an observation, though, Anthony.
Yeah.
And you do know a little bit about everything. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you today.
The challenge.
I think I finally got you on something.
I'll admit because I don't know everything.
I understand that. Let me play this first.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Okay, Anthony, I'm looking at these pictures here, okay? And it's something I've thought about for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's blatantly obvious in this picture, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to trash this girl because she's very, very hot.
Let me go to the picture.
Extremely hot. But it's just an observation I have.
Turn your workbooks to page...
Like, go to this picture. This picture will be the one, okay?
All
right?
Okay.
I've noticed this. Oops. I've noticed in this picture, and I've noticed lately when I look at girls topless, Anthony, okay?
Uh-huh.
Why is it that one boob is bigger than the other on a lot of females?
You're noticing that on this chick?
Yeah, look at the left one.
All right. Okay, I don't know if this is just the pose, because look, she's holding a machine gun with one hand, and the other hand is just kind of bent a little, so that might be...
she might have been wounded in combat.
I'm telling you, there's...
Bad part of her tit shot off?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's something to this. A lot of girls have one boob that's slightly bigger than the other. I'm just saying slightly. I don't want to piss off this, the boyfriend of this girl because she's really, really hot, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's still in proportion. It's not like a freak show here. It's just slightly bigger, and I've noticed this time and time again. And it's usually the left boob that's a little bigger than the right boob. Professor Anthony?
Wow, I didn't know about the left or right, but I will say I'm not sure. I'll say I'm not sure.
Okay.
I could speculate.
All right.
People are not symmetrical, Opie. People are different one side to the other.
That's your answer?
Everybody is. And boob size is no different.
But that's your answer?
They're
flailing.
Yeah, I am flailing. Yeah, you're right. I'm flailing.
I was thinking that maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, actually.
All I could say is the reason is people aren't the same one side or the other. They are not symmetrical.
And there you have it.
And one boob will be bigger than the other. Whether it's a lot bigger or a lot smaller, I know there are certain problems that girls have that make them really big on one boob and really small the other boob, and that's something completely different. But I think every girl, their boobs will not be exactly the same. We're just, built that way, Opie. Is your left testicle the same size as your right?
Well, let me check.
Could you do that later? Maybe get back to us?
Oh, okay.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Oh, Anthony
sucking ass.
Anthony didn't really impress today with his knowledge. Jason?
That's all I know.
Yo.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, fellas. Anthony just took my thing. Biology's imperfect.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying that I was right?
Anthony is right. The
Thank you,
professor
Jason.
is right again.
And how would you know? What are your qualifications to talk about?
Well, my right nut hangs lower than my left nut.
There you go. But I notice it's usually the left boob bigger than the right boob. Ladies, why don't you study yourself and get back to us?
You know, your testicles, Opie, are different sizes, but they're also, one will hang lower than the other, always. And that is just so they don't bang together when you put your legs together.
Like click-clacks?
Like click-clacks.
That would be very uncomfortable as you walk around the city.
You know, you got to have one on top and one on the bottom a little bit.
All right. You want to play the audio from the sex hits?
Let's hear this girl just get pummeled by our animal audience.
I guess we already set it up earlier. It's a new sponsor, and they brought a whore by, basically, and she was trying to get a word in.
Whore. She was she's
an actress.
What was she called? The Canal Street Madam. The Canal Street Madam. And people were sending me links to all kinds of, like, crime sites, and apparently she was involved in some criminal activity and maybe mob activity.
You mean we could have got a really good interview out of her?
We probably could have if our listeners would have shut up.
Well, maybe we could bring her in the studio.
No.
And see what she's all about.
You want to know who killed Kennedy?
Yeah.
No!
Did she say that? Did
No,
she say the Kennedy thing?
You want the cure for AIDS? No!
All right, hold on, Anthony. I got to go back to the phone.
Aliens at Roswell? No! She's got all the answers.
John in Philly?
Old back fat.
Hey, guys.
Hey, John.
Real hard to hear you, but Hope, I want to back you up, man. Every girl I've ever been involved with, the left boob was bigger.
It's always the left?
Yeah, it's always the left for some reason. I've noticed this. I'm very observant.
That's odd.
Thank you.
You would think you would think you could come up with a theory that most people being right-handed, the right one would be bigger because they're kind of moving that peck around a little
Could it have
more.
something to do with the heart? Or is the heart's not dead center in your chest,
Blood
right?
flow?
I don't know.
It's a little to the left.
Maybe a little more blood flow because it's closer to the heart. By how much?
Well, like I said, it's just
know.
slightly bigger. I'm not saying it's a freak show where one's that much bigger. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, it's because they're right-handed and left-handed. The boobie that's smaller is what hand they use because of the muscles.
See, that makes no sense. If
it does.
If they were using their right hand more and their right arm, it would make that boob bigger.
No, it would make it smaller because that muscle's tighter.
Burns fat.
Maybe it's burning the fat tissue away, and you're getting a fatter boob on the left.
I think we're getting to
Very
the bottom of
good.
this slowly
Very
but
good.
surely.
That
With absolutely no research. We're just creating
we are just
urban myths.
Throwing out ridiculous
All right, well, here's the audio.
Conclusions, not even hypotheses. This is our conclusion.
Here's the
based
audio.
on one phone call.
Here's the audio of the madam.
All right.
From yesterday. We really got to kind of move the show along because we still got the guy from the New York Post that's coming in here to talk a little baseball with us today.
Very good.
I am the Canal Street Madam, and I got something to say.
Oh.
She's a madam. Very nice.
Wow, madam.
You're a madam?
I like that.
Hello. Now, can I have your attention, please?
No, they yelled
now
no.
that I've got your attention.
They answered.
Now that I've got your
Can I have your
attention, my
attention?
name
No.
is Jeanette Meyer.
She needs a
Please
bra
let me
for her
talk.
back.
This is very important.
This is really
My
important.
name is Jeanette Meyer. I've been on.
All right, you guys. Here, you guys. All right, go ahead.
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
If you shut up, I will.
Quality fucking
Shut
time,
up.
sweetheart.
How about a little respect for the lady, everybody?
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
How about a little respect for the lady, everybody?
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
If everybody hushes and let me tell my story.
Now choke yourself.
All right.
Sergeant Hartman showed up.
All right, please let me speak,
Shut
please. I have
up.
so much respect for New York and the people here.
All right, sexits.com. What do you want to say, Jeanette? You're right.
They're starting a
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
She's got a point she's trying to make there,
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
I was a part of the international sex circuit that was busted in 2001 during 9/11.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
What?
If you don't go down there and buy some pussy, then the terrorists win.
Y'all want to hear sex stories or not? Do y'all want to hear about politicians getting their dicks sucked?
How do you lose with
Do
that
you want to
one?
know where your taxpayer money's going?
Do you guys want to see tits?
Show us the clam. Oh, my God. All right, let's hear it for our new sponsor.
Can they show your tits?
Sexits.com. Wowee. Jesus, did she get hammered.
Our listeners, they just rock. They really do.
You are such an instigator. That was funny. Hey, she's trying to talk.
Yeah, everyone calm down. Come on.
He's got a point to make.
Give her a break, guys.
The lady's got a point to make. You're lying about the love handles on the shoulder blades, too. Very good.
Classic. Oh. That's why you got to start listening to the replays, because you pick up on a lot of little things.
Oh, I missed all that.
Little things. All right, now we're trying to move forward here. We got the audio of Earl.
Earl.
Black Earl.
Yes.
One of maybe 4 guys of color that were at the event yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow.
And at times...
some of our listeners made them feel very welcome, too.
At times there were over 500 people at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
So we brought Earl on stage.
Everyone that has been coming up has been going to the middle of the stage so they can get photos. So photo. All right, we're moving Earl to the front of the stage here, so you guys can get your pictures of
photo op
of Black Earl. Earl, come on. Earl knows this.
Don't yell.
Earl, come on.
Earl, photo op.
Photo op, Earl. Look.
Photo op.
Earl was on to us, by the way. Let's go.
Didn't help that I gave it away, too.
Photo op. Didn't. Photo op.
Wait, over here. No, Earl, over here.
The crowd is bidding on him. Are you listening to that?
Earl, over here. Earl, over here in the middle.
Dummy.
Just go in the middle.
I'm not going in the middle.
Huh?
Why am I afraid?
Just come here. We need pictures. Earl. This will take some time.
This is like the outtakes from Mississippi Burning.
Come on, Earl. Jesus.
I know better.
No, you don't. All right, we got Earl in the middle of the stage.
And $25, $25. Do I hear 30? Do I hear 30? And they're actually bidding in the crowd.
You're awful, you know that? You're an awful human being.
Oh, that is really awful.
A long way to go.
Funny as hell, but awful.
A long way to go for the joke.
Jesus Christ, I know. How long did that take?
And I gave it away. Sorry about that.
That's all right. How are you to know?
Look at that.
How are you to know we were going to be that awful?
Thank you, Earl.
Tasteless. We're just laughing at Eric Idle on TV. He's on the Today Show, and they're showing him. He has a spot of hair the size of an aspirin tablet on his head that he is making bangs with.
Right.
That he has now combed forward. It is a little dot of hair on his head.
It's on the base of his skull.
Yeah, he's got like the hair around the back of his head.
He's trying to pull it off that he still could grow long hair, but he's
like Phil Collins has more of that strip of hair on the front of his head.
That never left.
Yeah, that never left. Phil Collins went bald, and then it just stopped happening to him.
Yeah.
He was left off with the same amount of baldness he had in, like, 83.
Oh, my God.
And then Eric Idle has this little spot, and it fans out into bangs and trying to cover, like the side of his head with it.
Like Kathy Griffin, that thing that she does in the...
Kathy Griffin does the same thing.
That's pretty funny.
Wow.
That is really funny.
Why?
Hey, by the way, a lot of pictures are starting to show up on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com from yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, look, we got a picture right here. I'm looking at that chick that made out with Pat from Moonachie getting her ass grabbed by Pat's pudgy little hand.
Yeah.
And then there's her sucking on Pat's foot. Wow, these are some
horrific pictures.
A lot of pictures. Oh, they're up on Foundry? Oh my God. Look at that mouth open wide, just sucking that discolored toe. Ugh.
I did not watch a second of that.
No. I took a glance because it's my job. I had to, damn it. Look at that face. Oh, is that perfect? Boy, she really seems to be enjoying herself.
There's some classic pictures from yesterday. Bob from Vegas, what's up, Bob?
Yeah, they call me to, like, warehouse the useless information, but, yeah, if you're predominantly left-handed, your left breast will be bigger, like your left foot, your left hand. You're right-handed, predominantly your right foot's going to be a little bit bigger, like when you get size for shoes or whatever.
That goes against Opie's logic.
I spent time in Iraq the first time, too, and there's some really hot women out there. So
yeah, we saw.
Don't get fooled, you know.
All right, thank you. You added nothing.
It's an awful thing to put hot women over there, though. It's an awful thing. The thought of this girl here, we're looking at a picture, getting captured by the Al-Qaeda or something, or one of those goddamn terrorist groups. And
well, at least she has a bargaining chip. I mean,
certainly does.
You're done.
She would but it would be every minute there would just be some new guy coming in to have sex with her. You'd just be screwing her all the time. Yes, we cut your head off tomorrow. But today, you get fucked. Why am I Russian?
Hey, I got to take a break. I got to take a leak.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we're going to get the guy from the New York Post that wrote a book, a baseball book.
We could talk about the whole steroid thing. That was huge yesterday in the news.
Yeah.
How many times did you have to watch McGwire cry on TV yesterday?
Oh, this is going to be a good topic. He wrote a book called Emperors and Idiots about the Red Sox and the Yankees. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get you in next finally, bro. Sorry about that. And we're also going to talk about David Letterman's kid almost getting kidnapped.
Now, someone was planning.
And other things. So we're gonna change up the show a little bit after the break, okay?
Okay.
All right. Go to a long break. I got to take a leak and eat some food and get some coffee and blah, blah, blah. Bill Burr sitting in today.
Like Hey! Do we have a nice thing to say about anybody?
No, that's the beauty of the show.
We just have one nice thing to say about one person. We just sit here and bash, even off the air, not even on mic. We're looking at the TV and just bashing Ellen DeGeneres.
They should have a channel on XM. It's just our outtakes. The stuff we say during the commercials.
During the commercials?
I just throw it up on a channel knowing that it's probably not going to be that great.
Probably get us in trouble.
But you could no doubt. You could eavesdrop and check it out.
Ellen probably overcame a lot in life. She's very successful, has her own show now. Still. And we're just, me. Look at her. She's probably going to dance.
Johnny Carson just came out from behind the curtain. They showed her from, like, the green room waving to everybody. It's like, I got it. Just start your show.
Very pompous entrance.
And then everyone is just waiting for her to dance, and then the applause sign will go on, and everyone will just lose their minds because Ellen is dancing again, everybody.
Ellen's doing that cute little dance thing she does.
It's not her thing. She's really that happy.
Is she that happy all the time?
That's not a gimmick. That's not a gimmick.
You don't think? Yeah.
No. It's a television show. It's everything's true.
She's just always happy.
I gotta admit, I like her comedy though, man. And I don't like many female comics, but
if you were licking Portia de Rossi's box, you'd probably be dancing every day too.
Well, that's what Aunt goes, because she was wiping her mouth, and Aunt goes, probably wiping some vagina juice off her mouth.
Yeah, she came out of her little dressing room and she was wiping her mouth. I just thought,
What happened to her last girlfriend though? Anne
Heche. She went crazy and decided she was heterosexual again. So she started dating men.
Yeah, she's back to...
After she had her nervous breakdown in the desert or something. They found her. I love when they find a celebrity under someone's porch somewhere just freaking out.
Or in a bush.
Yeah, it happened to that, what's her name? She played Lois... Margot Kidder.
Missing a tooth.
Yeah, all fucked up, and she's just under a porch in a fetal position crying. And you walk out and go, hey, that's the Lois Lane chick from the Superman movie. She's crazy.
Did I see you on Law and Order?
Nutty as a fruitcake. Call 911.
Ask her. Great. Ask Mike Vaccaro if he wants to come in and hang out. We're going to do a few news stories, and then we'll get to him. But I don't want him to feel out of place there. We were talking about Robert Blake during the commercial break, too, Anthony.
Oh, my God.
We got some great Robert Blake audio. I told Anthony in the office. We kind of discussed this yesterday when we were trying to do, some real radio, but it didn't work too well.
I just want to say Pat from Unaki is checking in with some instant feedback, and it's actually a good one. Earl... trying to get on the stage, remember? He was like Karen in Goodfellas when De Niro was telling him to go to the alley to get some dresses. Very funny, Pat.
Mike Vaccaro from the New York Post. We're going to get you in a little bit, but if you want to chime in, we're going to talk about some of the other things going on in the news.
You're right for the Post, right?
Absolutely, sure do.
Yeah, I recognize his picture, man. Mm-hmm. The little bio, the whatever they call it, the picture when you're reading the columnist.
The best picture is my prom photo. That one was. Yeah.
They usually put old pictures in there. Remember Ann Landers' picture was like.
Wait, what are you saying? That he doesn't look like his picture?
No, I'm saying that
a
lot of
people
post
every day. Yeah.
You notice, right?
Ann Landers was 40 when she was 80.
Yeah, they put her picture in there, and she had the big hairdo from the 40s.
No, he looks just like his picture still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just like it. I mean, there's other guys, you see him on the news or something, going, oh, my God, time to update the picture that's been in the paper the last 20 or 30 years.
Look, Ellen's dancing with the whole audience. She's dancing, and the whole audience is dancing. Enough with the Ellen dancing thing.
It kills 5 to 10 minutes every day on our show. We should just dance.
Believe that. That's great for radio.
Why not? We would do less show. We're all about less show, Anthony.
You dance, I'll watch.
If it
I'm
means
not dancing.
If it means talking less, I'll take the bullet. I'll take the bullet.
They made a bigger thing out of that dancing than we even thought they would. We thought she was going to start dancing out on the stage when she walked out, but now they're making a whole thing of it.
But it's not a gimmick, though.
You think she's just
really
that
happy? She's really that happy.
She does this every day?
Every day.
This is her thing, Mike.
Every day.
This is her thing. It started out as just a little goof thing that she did one day, and then, oh, you want me to dance?
Oh, Opie's going to
safety
dance.
Do
the safety dance, Opie.
That's okay.
Look, Ellen's dancing again. She sat back down, dancing again. No?
I think she's just celebrating life.
She must have great.
Yeah, that's
she's
all
that
that's
happy.
Yeah, she is.
She must have great producers for her show. It's like, hey man, we don't have much crap for today, so just dance a little extra.
Just have me dance,
and we'll get to the end of the program.
All right, I'll dance from I don't know what time is it? 10 o'clock. I'll dance from 10 till 10:20. And then how much show do we really have to do?
Yeah, because we have Ben and everyone, you know, they come up with stuff when they know we've run out of gas. You know, so you got to think the producers on that show just dance a little more. And we'll get to the rolling of the credits.
I'm sure Tony will rip this off, like he does with every other thing on his show. Hey, you could call me Tony Dancer. That's what I'll do. I'll just come out. I'll dance a little bit. It'll be great, huh? Tony Danza.
We haven't played audio
from segment.
We haven't played audio from Tony Danza in a long time. Oh, we should do that next week.
You know something? I was watching the other day, and he was doing more. They would just applaud anything during his monologue.
Yeah.
His applause breaks. You ever see? He's like, "Hey, I went out to some great place. I had spaghetti last night. It was fantastic. Everybody, fantastic." They're applauding him eating spaghetti.
It's the cult of Danza.
Yeah, the cult of Danza. They sit there and it doesn't matter what he's talking about. You know, I was driving in and I got to tell you, those Firestone tires are fantastic. And the crowd is, yeah, Firestone tires, Tony. Great.
Another thing he does is he talks about his daughter a lot. He's like, I was helping her with her study for a spelling test, and guess what? She got 100.
Hey, she got 100 on it, like anyone cares.
Whoa.
You know, how about that self-serve at the gas station?
Whoa,
what is that?
What is that?
Oh, no.
What is Ellen saying about that?
I hate to do this because most people...
It's a makeover show on 8-year-olds.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
What is she doing?
She's having some contest about bad school photos.
Bad school photos? That kid has Down syndrome.
That's not a bad school photo. That's a poor child.
That's bad DNA, not a bad photo.
Oh, great.
Look at that first one. That's not a bad school photo.
Children of thalidomide.
I could win that with my college photo.
Really? You got a bad one?
Oh, you know, like if someone takes like a roll of pictures of you, there's gonna be that one where your eyes are half closed and you look like you just got punched in the face.
Look at the photos they took yesterday, Bill. There's a million of them up
here.
The mid-sneeze picture.
So my best one was right next to the worst one, and I think I wrote down the wrong number. And there's no way the asshole didn't know, and they put it in the yearbook. Horrendous.
Oh, that is horrible.
Yeah, I didn't even buy the yearbook. It was
all
right. Awful moment.
Was that on the fellowship college? No,
it should be Emerson College.
The patties are all black and white.
All right, well,
the big eyes. You got to stay still for a long time.
We got audio of Robert Blake after his verdict.
Shut up. Robert Blake.
Mike, were you following this case at all? The Robert Blake case? I know you're more into sports, but
as little as possible. But but the verdict did interest me.
Well, it took 4 or 5 years, right?
I'm surprised it took as long as it did. They pretty much got the OJ thing through with. It was pretty quick.
What happened to your right to a speedy trial?
To a speedy trial, I would think they could throw the case out just for the fact that it took so goddamn long to bring this to trial.
It was on the air longer than Beretta was, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Beretta. He was acting like Beretta at the press conferences, too. He was throwing out some little things.
Was the sparrow there?
Some Beretta-isms. Yeah, his little cockatoo on his...
Yeah, now that he's free, he's going back to the tough guy.
He's a little cocky. Now he's back to the tough guy.
He looked very wimpy and scared for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm. And then he kind of was crying and laughing at the same time when they announced that he was not guilty.
And I told Anthony, we came in a couple days ago, and the jury was still out. I looked right at Anthony. I'm like, done. He's getting off. They took way too long.
The problem people have is this conception that the jury finds you guilty or not guilty of a crime. It's not true. When a jury finds you guilty of a crime, or like Beretta, they find him innocent, it's not that you didn't do it. You just didn't leave enough evidence for them to find you guilty of it.
Well, I like is people said that famous people get off, and I want to know does he really qualify as a famous person anymore?
I know. When was the last time? What was the last thing he really did that people really paid attention to?
Lost Highway.
Do you know?
Wasn't he in the Little Rascals way back when?
The Little Rascals, good, and Beretta.
And Beretta, that's it.
After that, it was just little roles, and no one really cared about him.
All right. Well, we got some audio of Robert Blake after the verdict here.
Let's listen in.
You've interviewed my friends. You've interviewed producers that work for me. You've interviewed distant relatives and close, immediate relatives. You've interviewed, hey, I lived in his house. I know him inside out. Well, guess what? They're all liars. And about half of them are commode scum. Who are out to hustle you, to make a buck.
In the streets. And that's
over
the name
my
of that tune.
Hopefully dead ass. Well, they missed their bet.
God.
You're commode scum.
Right, look.
Freeze, commode scum. Pulls out his piece.
He should just shut his mouth and go home.
Yeah.
He did it. There's no doubt in my mind the guy did it.
I never pulled a rod out on that dame.
That sounded like a Beretta monologue, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. It was one of his monologues. He was telling the old rummy.
Commode scum? What's commode scum?
You're commode scum. Look here, rummy. You ain't never seen me pull a rod on no broad.
Go home and keep your trap shut. He knows he did it. He got lucky.
Well, he did get lucky.
He had somebody do it.
You think somebody did it? Like, I'm going to go into the restaurant, blow our brains out, leave, and then I'll come out and go, oh, my God.
If he didn't do it, he knows who did. I mean,
yeah.
What are the odds of that? I hate my wife. I'm going to kill you. I wish you were dead. Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, when I went back
out to the restaurant and I came back, thank God.
Someone anonymously just shot her for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Left, was never caught.
If things would have gone differently, I think he would have given the same speech at Cell Block B last night, too?
I don't think so. Why don't you just sit and wait for the sports segment?
I like that one.
It was all right.
That was good, right, Bill?
Hey, brought him in early. He's got to make his comment.
I think there's a little tension between Mike Vaccaro from the New York Post and Anthony.
No tension at all.
Are you a Red Sox fan?
Me, no. I'm straight down the middle. I actually grew up a Mets fan.
So really?
I'm kind of cute.
I think Mets fans are very cute. They're all like, I like everyone.
I think that's
I'm
what
a Mets fan.
picking up on, and now you made him blush. He's turning very red.
They chant Bill Buckner at us Red Sox fans.
Well, that's true. But they'll always have that to hold over the Sox.
Yeah, but now it's funny. After last year, I actually saw a picture of it. Someone held it up.
Now it's funny. Now you guys can get over it.
Now that we won, it's over. As long as they don't say 1918 Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Whatever. I know
it does suck that that's gone.
No, it doesn't.
It's kind of fun to have that.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, let's play another clip from Robert Blake after the verdict.
I wasn't concentrating on the verdict. I was concentrating on my grandbaby being born healthy and strong.
Lies.
If that sounds crazy, people have always said I'm crazy. And that's all right, just so I ain't a fool.
What? Huh? What?
I think he thought he was going to get convicted, so he didn't have this speech prepared.
He didn't have like an I'm acquitted speech?
Yeah, he just kind of winged it.
Look, I may be going away for a lot of years, but... Oh,
wait, wrong speech.
You can lock me up and throw away the key, but I'm...
Wait, he just winged it.
Yeah, he pretty much blew off everyone in Hollywood, calling them asses and commode scum. So he figured he'd be in prison. He's not doing movies. Now he's not going to get another job.
And when I find Jerry, God brought him into my life.
His lawyer.
He'll never be rich.
I thought he meant signed.
And he'll never be famous. Because he don't know nothing about money, and he has no idea what to do with you people. But by God, he can save lives, and that'll keep him warm on any cold night in his life.
What an ass.
That's it. He's kind of insulting his lawyer. He don't know nothing.
I ain't going to pay him.
My lawyer's an idiot. He's a babbling buffoon.
They were talking in the paper how much money he spent on his case.
10 mil?
Something like that. I think the lawyer made a pretty penny off Robert Blake.
A pretty penny.
A pretty penny, yeah.
You're talking like he...
Well...
He made a pretty penny off of me. Protecting me against that commode scum.
Did you see Access Hollywood? How they handled that whole thing? You just got off murder, still a woman has died, and then just like, is Robert Blake employable? And they were just asking people around Hollywood, Drew Barrymore, what do you think? And they're just sitting there like, but I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question.
One of Anthony's new impressions, he imitates like these stupid tabloid shows.
Oh, that's the Access Hollywood.
Celebrity Justice, right?
Was it Celebrity Justice?
I think
with the girl with the real hack voice?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have Celebrity Justice music or Access Hollywood music? One of those shows? I love those shows. They come on and just babble about things like the Robert Blake trial and things like that. Not even the important aspects of it. Is he employable?
That somebody's dead.
Yeah, someone's dead. This woman's still dead, and they talk about, is he employable?
What do you
Will
think?
he start coloring his hair?
A love story or action flicks? What direction?
What direction will Robert Blake take? Robert Blake! He's been acquitted of murdering his wife. Now, how will Hollywood respond to this former child actor? That hack voice. That hack voice. We've talked to other celebrities that have worked with him in the past. Now, will they once again put Robert Blake in front of the cameras? We'll find out on Access Hollywood. Oh, that awful voice. They put the hot chick, the low-cut shirt. She's talking about someone that's dead. Pretty much a murder happened. She don't care. Will Robert Blake appear in an episode of The OC? Rumor has it. He's going to take on the role of an angry grandfather in The OC. We'll talk to producers of The OC. Horrible. They just don't care about the meat and potatoes of it, that someone's dead, and he probably did it. Camera. We took our all-access cameras behind the scenes in the courtroom to talk to Robert Blake. We didn't understand a word this cuke was saying.
And they always tie it into a Britney Spears story or something. It just, what? I thought you were talking about Blake.
Yeah. And that's the name of that tune. And speaking of tunes, a new one by Christina Aguilera.
Here's more Robert Blake.
I'm going to get a job. I'm broke. Right now I couldn't buy spats for a hummingbird. What did Johnny Cochran say?
What?
You're innocent until proven broke. Well, by the time Jerry and these troops got here, it was the bottom of the barrel. I was a rich man. I'm broke now. I got to go to work.
Okay.
You can't afford a speechwriter either.
Spats for a hummingbird? That's what he said he couldn't afford.
Yeah.
Well, he is old. Okay, I'll give him that. I was thinking kind of the Patty thing. I can't afford spats for a hummingbird. Probably heard that around the house.
23 skidoo.
23 skidoo. When was the last time spats were used?
What is a spat?
I don't even know what it was. I'm glad you said that.
Wait, you know what a spat is?
Yeah, spats.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
You do not know what a spat is.
In the olden days, Opie, shoes, well, they weren't as nice as they are now. Things like laces and the tongues of the shoe. They didn't really help sealing out water or anything like that like they do now. So there was something, and also they weren't very attractive. They were used to dress up your shoes. They were called spats. They went over the top front of your shoes. They covered up your unsightly shoes and covered up where the laces were. Spats.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Okay. I'm getting dressed up for the cotillion this evening. I need some spats. No?
I don't know. We have no idea if it's right or wrong.
Yeah, spats for a hummingbird still makes no sense.
Hey, I want to make a quick comparison here.
Because I guess they'd be pretty small, so pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But actually, it would probably be expensive to make spats for a hummingbird, considering how small they are and the fine craftsmanship that would have to go into making spats.
Oh, there you go.
There
Picture
you go.
of a spat.
There's a picture of a spat.
Men's
goes
black
over the
and white
top
spats.
of your shoes.
All right.
I always thought those were for rich people.
I want to
do. They are. Spats pretty much. The rich folks wore the spats.
I want to do a comparison, Anthony. We were just talking to, playing the audio of Robert Blake. As now the tough guy, now that he's been, let off the hook there, right?
Tough guy.
Here's some audio of him talking to Barbara Walters. It's a little different, right, Art?
They took away my entire past. They took away my entire future. What's left for them to take? You gonna take my testicles and make earrings out of them? So you think I'm a monster, too? No. I can't pick up my own baby and know that she's mine. I'm not a monkey. I'm not a fool. Either they're lying or I'm lying.
Wow. He lost it right there.
What a difference, huh?
That's the name of that. You can take that to the bank. Hey, Rummy.
What a difference. Same guy that did this. Now I got to go back to this.
I'm kind of glad he's free. I just want to keep hearing these quotes.
I know.
Make what? Earrings out of his...
Make earrings out of my testicles.
How the hell do you do
my
that?
Testicles and make earrings out of them?
Who the hell does that?
I don't know.
We don't need to play that again. So there you go. Robert Blake is free looking for work.
You got to get that one where he tells the press to shut up.
Yeah.
When he walks away from the microphone, they go, so who did kill your wife? And he comes walking back and he goes, shut up.
Really? Press conference was over. He was leaving the mics?
Yeah.
Why don't we have that clip?
Somebody asked. That's a great one.
Okay.
Wow. Shut up.
Now, what's going on with Letterman?
Shut up.
Letterman's kid was almost kidnapped in Montana?
Some creep. Some guy that was painting his ranch. He has a ranch in Montana, David Letterman. And his nanny and little kid.
A kidnapping at David Letterman's ranch? A painter is now a suspect in a kidnapping of David Letterman's child and his nanny. How will this affect how he was painting the room? We'll find out what color paint he was using to paint the baby's room. And other important things, like did it match the carpet?
Awful. Yeah, some creep painter was painting the house, took pictures of his house, and was planning on kidnapping David Letterman's child.
For $5 million, right?
Yeah, some big ransom. He was going to hold him, and he was going to kidnap the nanny so the nanny could take care of the kid while the kid was being held. He said he was going to hold him for like 48 hours, get the ransom money. Because kidnappings just work all the time.
I was going to say that.
Is there one kidnapping that has actually worked where you take somebody, you charge a ransom, you get the ransom, they get back the person?
That trick never works.
That old gag.
Watch me pull a ransom out of my head.
Right. What you're going to do is leave a pile of money at the mailbox.
Yeah.
No one will be watching from above, I'm sure.
There's just always that thing. You have to, at some point, get the money.
Right.
And the money has to, at some point, be put somewhere by somebody that doesn't like you,
right.
that wants you arrested. It's not your pal dropping the money off. It's somebody that wants to catch you and kill you. And meanwhile, you have to get that money. So that whole crossover thing, that's the sticky point of any kidnapping. So they never work. They'll always get you. People that try to kidnap are morons. And this guy had a plan. He invited a friend in on the plan and said, I have this idea, kidnapping Letterman's kid. I got pictures of the place. I know the layout. I have a key to it because I'm doing work there. Because they'd never suspect somebody that's doing work in the place.
Yeah,
an inside job.
That's never the first suspect.
Unbelievably stupid. So he tells his friend. His friend goes, all right, I'll think about it. The second the door shut, the guy was calling the cops and turned the guy in. They arrested him. And he could get like 4 years, I guess, because he didn't actually go through with it. But planning it is just as bad. So David Letterman, who went years with that Mrs. David Letterman kook stalker.
Yeah,
remember her?
Margaret Mary Ray, right?
Yeah, Margaret Mary Ray was stalking David Letterman, calling herself Mrs. David Letterman, going into his house, living there as his wife until he would show up and go, "What are you doing here? You have to call the cops." He finally got away from her. She knelt down in front of a train in like '98, something like that.
Yeah, she kneeled in front of a train. Yeah. Exactly, 1998.
And that was out of his hair, but now
he's the new cook.
Now he's got this to deal with.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't even go to jail, because sometimes that happens too. You say, hey, I didn't do anything. I was talking. It was one of those fantasy things that, I sat down with a friend and thought I could do this, but I didn't actually plan it and blah, blah, blah. You could get off the hook maybe. And then David Letterman's got to worry. This nut's running around. Why have kids? Do you have kids?
Me? No.
No? No. It just seem like a big pain in the ass. You got to worry about them all the time. Just kidnappers, rapists, animals, our audience. It's like one of those things. Yeah, sure. Oh, a namesake. Wouldn't it be nice to pass that? No. Forget it. Too much trouble. Can't spontaneously go to gigs. Imagine if you had to go to gigs and you got to leave a kid somewhere with somebody. I'd have to, like, Michael Jackson.
That's going to happen to us eventually, like it did with Metallica.
Why?
We'll have kids, and we'll do these road shows, and there'll be a little area where the kids play while we look at boobies on stage.
A little playpen
yeah.
off the stage.
When we saw Metallica, remember Lars's kid was wandering around the stage during some of the songs? Do you remember seeing that?
Didn't they come out and they played drums?
I think they let one of the kids play drums.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Kind of ruins that whole Metallica image, doesn't it?
It's James Hetfield's doing, man. He wants to be more involved with his family, and he's bringing family into the mix. Family. So next thing you know, I think it was Lars's kid got loose, and he starts wandering around the drum kit. And so Lars is giving him the sticks to play a little bit.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Start singing children's songs.
Well,
all right.
All right, we got to move on to Mike Vaccaro from the New York Post. Finally, he sat out there for an hour and a half with the fine couple from Omaha.
That's right. Well, I saw the pictures, so I don't mind being bumped. That was a wise editorial choice.
Oh, So you got this new book. It's called what?
Emperors and Idiots.
Emperors and Idiots, and it's a whole book about the Red Sox and the Yankees and the feuding they do and all that, right?
Going all the way back to 1903, but focusing on the last 2 years where it really kind of went into outer space with the feuding.
Now you're talking.
Who are the bigger assholes, Yankee fans or Sox fans?
It depends. I mean, I think whichever team is winning. I mean, the Yankees fans up until last year were, but Red Sox fans I've talked to the last couple of years.
Who is more obsessed with the other team?
The Red Sox fans have been far more obsessed with the Yankees. There's no question about that.
Anytime you get 3 or more people in a room together in Boston, you will hear a Yankees suck chant.
You're right.
It does not matter where they are.
Yeah, but anybody can be graceful when you're winning. That's my thing. You know, of course,
but neither side have been.
If they're losing.
Do you think that's it?
Yeah.
It's just an obsession.
Because Steinbrenner has always had that whole, Yankees, we're a cut above with our class.
Right.
And you saw those couple of calls went against them. That A-Rod slapping the ball. They had to bring the riot police out. People were throwing shit. Anybody can be like Patriots fans are classy now because we're winning.
Right.
After 40 years of urinating in the stands and just being complete pigs.
But I could understand being pigs and such, but I can't understand the obsession that Sox fans have with the Yankees.
It's because
enjoy your team, love your team, support your team, but the obsession with the Yankees suck. And that whole thing made no sense anyway. How do you say a team sucks when they've consistently kicked your ass for umpteen years?
Oh, yeah, that was ridiculous. But the thing I love about Yankees fans is any opportunity they had to rub it in our face of how much we sucked, they would do it, and then all of a sudden, we respond to it, and they're like, whoa, hey, well, where did that come from? I even saw Regis Philbin. It's like, hey, you won it. Relax, okay? Enjoy it. It's like we're being the same assholes. We got to make up for 85 years. That's actually the last, 6 or 7 years where it just got, with ESPN 24 hours of being on and just constantly, fueling that. It just got out of control.
Yeah.
The Yankee fans need a new chant now. I mean, they can't go with 1918 anymore.
1918 was always a big one.
I guess you got to go back to Red Sox suck. I mean, it's unless I can think of something better.
Other people have, had to deal with that and have overcome. I remember, the Islander fans used to just taunt the Rangers with
1940.
With that one. Yeah. I mean, it's always nice when you could have a year that was, when Patty was in college, some way back older times, but now that's gone.
I'm hoping the Sox fans are going to have the brains to chant year 2000. Even though it's
of
stupid,
course they will.
It's only been 5 years.
Funny.
But it's just,
that is very funny.
When the Rangers won the Stanley Cup, I forgot the last year the Islanders won it. Maybe Mike.
1983.
83. They started the 1983 chant. Yeah.
It's not quite as. It doesn't have quite a ring to it.
But they will definitely.
It's not even off the tongue.
They will definitely start the 2000 chant. Oh, yeah. And opening day it starts.
But I like that version of year 2000.
Year 2000.
You got to make it fit. Year 2000.
The best Ranger chant for the Islanders is Potvin beats his wife.
Oh, that was a good one. Anytime he was on the ice.
Well, no, he retired 20 years ago, and they still have that chant.
Still do it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just brutal people out there.
So the book goes back to 1903, talking about the feud between the Yankees and the Red Sox.
That's right. Yeah, I mean the second game the two teams ever played against each other, there was a collision at first base, and they almost had a brawl. This was at a time when you had tough guy baseball players never got into a fight over things on a baseball field, and these two teams almost did. So I guess that kind of sowed the seeds a little bit. But nothing like we've seen the last couple of years. Every time you go to a baseball game now between these two teams, it's like going to a NASCAR event. You kind of hope for a crash, and maybe if a race breaks out, that's fine too. It's the same thing with these two teams.
Going to be trading a little paint, as they say.
That's right. Last year, you think everything's gone on in the 2003 playoff series. Last year, you show up at Fenway Park, and suddenly A-Rod and Varitek are at each other's throat, literally, and you kind of look at each other. Every time you think that it's gotten more surreal, something else happens.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Do you think that's good or bad?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I think it'd be bad if it got to be a thing where it was every inning there was something. But I do think the fact that the teams kind of show that they hate each other as much as the fans have shown they hate each other.
They really do. There is just a hatred there.
I mean, especially with A-Rod. I mean, you know, it was funny during spring training. They would go up and down the Red Sox locker room and say, "Why do you hate A-Rod? Why do you hate A-Rod? Why do you hate A-Rod?" And the Red Sox, being the Red Sox, they pretty much gave a 10-minute long sermon every day.
Because he didn't come here to the Sox.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Well, that, and, you know, last year he had that great picture of him slapping the ball out of Bronson Arroyo's hands, which is kind of the picture that Red Sox fans love to see because it was A-Rod and because it was the Yankees.
I think that was a bad call. I think he should have been safe.
I gotta admit, I didn't know you couldn't do that.
Yeah, why not?
You can't do that?
I did that in school. It was like when I was playing baseball. You whack it, you call him a dick, and you're on first.
And as a Red Sox fan, you had to think that was, you know, the way it was going to happen last year. That was how they were going to lose it because it was.
Oh yeah, it always happens on that.
Yeah, there
For
had
years,
to be something
Yankee
stupid.
Fans, they've pulled pop flies into the stands. Umpires, it's like wrestling. They just don't see it. Home run! That's a home run, everybody.
Well, the great one earlier in that game. Remember there was the home run that hit the guy in the bleachers in the chest.
Yep.
And the umpire didn't see it hit him in the chest. I mean, that's the kind of thing that always happens to the Yankees.
Yep.
Only they usually keep the calls.
Yeah, and this year we finally got the calls, but I mean, I don't know. The amount of guys that they can go out and get every year.
Well, they had a rough off season, man. David Wells isn't going to do anything for the Sox. Be honest.
You never know.
You lose Pedro and you get David Wells?
That's what I would think, yeah.
I mean, come on. You got to be honest about that. And I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm more of a Met fan.
Well, and we won it last year, so it's just like
I'd rather see the Sox win it over the Yankees, but
I'm just hoping the Yankees don't come back and win it this year, so they can be never comes back to
got
normal.
that over with.
Yeah, 2004, whatever. Oh God, here it goes again. Just give me a couple of years.
You want a little bit?
Because you know what's gonna happen. I mean, every year they pick up like 2 first ballot Hall of Famers, and then like a Kenny Lofton. He's like garbage to them. It's just like
you walk into the Yankees clubhouse, it's like walking into a live-action rotisserie draft. I mean, everybody, or an all-star game. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, you know something? And the way it happened last year, if it would have been a bunch of nice, close games, it would have gone right up to the last game. But the way that the Yankees just choked and just lost, it was in the stars the Yankees were supposed to win. How they just dropped like that and just screwed up like that.
That's the one thing we got is you.
That's worse
than
never
just beat that. You can never beat that collapse. If you look at the names on that roster,
that is an awful collapse.
It's just,
I mean, baseball had been waiting 100 years for a team to blow a 3-0 lead, and who would have thought it would be the Yankees against the Red Sox?
Against the Sox. That's what annoys me more
$200 million team.
than them just winning. You know, all right, the Sox won. Well, it was a close game. It was good. It was this, that. But to have the Yankees just self-destruct like that, it was you couldn't see it. When they dropped the first game after, you know, they won. They needed one more game. You know, it was done. It was over. I was coming in here going, Ben, you Sox, huh? And then
even Ben admitted it was over.
And then the Sox win one game. It's like, I had to give
when
one.
When they lost 19-8, I was like, you know what? This is great.
Yeah.
They usually drag it out 7 games. That's great. Put 2 in the back of my head.
Right.
Just end it.
End it immediately. And that's what I was thinking.
That Who's Your Daddy game?
Oh, Who's Your Daddy game.
That was the most humiliating. As a Red Sox fan, I sat through it was just like, this is like a prison rape. This isn't even like a game. It just was on all levels. We were just getting trashed.
That's why it made the final victory so much better for the Sox fans and so much worse for the Yankees fans.
And I think, you know,
it was awful.
It strikes me that the people around the country fell in love with the Red Sox so much that they didn't give the Yankees nearly as much grief for blowing a 3-0 lead.
As they did for the Sox for winning.
I think it's almost now people are like remembering, that's right, they blew that 3-0 lead.
They certainly screwed that up.
Yeah, but how can you feel bad? I mean, it's like, no, they can just fall back on their 26 championships and their 40 pennants.
That's not even feeling bad. I mean, I think they deserved a lot more scorn than they've gotten because, I mean, that was an epic collapse.
That was.
You've never
worst
seen it
in
before.
baseball history.
It's never happened before.
That's it. The worst. And now at the opening day that we're going to be at, they get to get their rings right there in front of the Yankees.
Well, I think the Yankees, they're like experts at like the media thing because if they came out and all started pointing fingers and screaming at each other, they didn't. They just kept going like the Red Sox were the better team.
Yeah,
they deserve to win it.
It's like the Stepford team.
Yeah, and they just shut up. You know the Yankees. They all got the same haircut. No one can have a mustache.
We got Mr. Steinbrenner is a wonderful individual.
That's the only thing because they talk all kinds of shit.
Of course.
Let's go to Matt in Boston. Matt,
not in the press though.
Hey.
Hey,
Anthony.
Yeah.
Y2K.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Very
Y2K.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Uh-oh. They're already practicing chants and trying to figure out which one is the best.
That's very good.
We're going to be broadcasting live from opening day in Boston, so we can't wait. We're going to be live at Bill's Bar in Boston on Lansdowne Street, April 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're doing the show that day on East Coast time. And, yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. Sox and Yankees going at it again. What else is in this book there, Mike?
Well, I mean, there's a chapter dedicated to all the brawls that have happened all through history, and there have been some crazy ones. I mean, the one that still I think sticks with everybody's mind is the one when Pedro dropped Zim, and that's actually the cover of the book. So.
Oh, it is?
Because I mean, even though those two guys, the Zim's not a Yankee anymore and Pedro's not a Red Sox. I mean, it's almost like that picture kind of symbolizes the whole thing.
Yeah.
He was just pushing him away.
Yeah.
They made it sound like he just clocked him in the face. He was like pushing the old codger.
It was like a bull charging. He was just kind of pushing him out of the way.
Yeah, he had three options. You either like run away.
Yeah.
You look like the biggest pussy ever.
Yeah, because a 65-year-old guy is running after you or whatever.
You just stand there and let the oldest guy on the other team bitch slap your ace pitcher.
Right.
Or you grab him by his big Macy's Day Parade head and toss him to the ground like a lawn dart. You made the right decision.
You know something? Put like that, you absolutely are right.
I'm with Bill on this.
That was the funniest thing of all, was watching Don Zimmer lumber over. I mean, because you could see it was almost happening in slow motion. And Pedro couldn't believe what he was saying. All of a sudden,
that look of confusion, like
is this old guy rushing me?
Yeah.
What the hell? And he did. He just grabbed his big head and kind of pushed him aside.
Yeah, he was put in a bad position.
What a great clip that was.
But it was almost a great sense of timing because he had his momentum of a 90-year-old 200-pound man. And all of a sudden, just all he had to do was like tap him, and he just
slightly out of the way.
He did a little Mannix roll for him, and it was
divot
great.
is still in the grass there, the dugout.
From his big head. That's great.
Any other fights? Like maybe an older one that was
well, I mean,
something...
there was one that took place between Billy Martin and Jimmy Pearsall back in the day. Talk about two crazy guys. And I mean, the long and the short of the argument is that Billy Martin had made a video for kids that spring, how to slide into second base. And of course, in making the video, he broke his ankle sliding into second base, which is perfect. So Pearsall, who
drunk.
Yeah, Pearsall, who spent some time in a nut house. I mean, started getting on him one day, and started pretending like he was taking a picture of him, and Martin just went crazy,
man.
and invited him to the dugout. And as with most of Martin's fights, he took one punch and the guy was on the ground. But that was probably the most volatile of them. And then Carlton Fisk and Thurman Munson back in the 70s, every time they got together, it seemed like it was 15 rounds, which two great catchers, and they hated each other beyond words.
I miss Billy Martin.
Oh yeah,
that guy
provided endless material for you.
Great entertainment, man. Yeah.
Remember the time you thought him and Jackson were going to go at it?
At Fenway Park too. That happened at Fenway.
Yeah.
And,
they pulled him out of the game because he didn't hustle on that.
Right.
And then Reggie's right in his face, and Billy. You thought that they never. I don't think they swung though, right?
They never did, but only because the coaches took him from behind.
And
made sure they didn't. But there's no question that Billy would have taken a swing at that guy. No question.
Definitely my favorite Yankee.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. Yeah.
Reggie or Billy?
Billy.
Okay.
Billy Martin. Oh, I hated Reggie Jackson back in the day, but you know how it is, just when he's playing. But now you look back, you got to respect the guy. He was unbelievable,
Yeah.
So what about the steroids there, Mike?
Wasn't yesterday something else? I mean,
we got clips. We got a lot of clips.
God. Seeing McGwire.
I don't know if I want to hear
losing
this.
It.
Did he cry in his opening statement?
Yeah, I mean, which is incredible because it's the guy's been known to cry more than Mike Schmidt now, and to cry over what he was crying about.
I know it was a little weird. It was like, what is he? This isn't that big a deal.
He was reciting a sentence, and it was causing him to get all upset. That was crazy.
And it was on TV, yes, that you could not get away from it. Every channel, boom, boom. It's like McGwire just crying. It's like when he knocked the home runs out. They showed montages of all of his home runs going over the wall. It was him crying.
That's why he's crying, because they think it's going to taint it. Obviously,
that's what he was thinking, and that's why he didn't answer their question.
Well,
they asked him.
If any of us in this room went before that board and decided to explain why he wasn't answering the questions, as opposed to just taking the fifth, what would happen to any of us? I mean, it's amazing how arrogant ball players can become when they realize they have no idea what what
they
room
asked
they're
him,
in.
"Are you taking the fifth?"
And
he didn't even say yes or no to that.
No, he didn't.
He didn't answer to whether he was taking the fifth or not.
Right.
He just said, "I'm not going to talk about my past. I'm not going to say yes or no," and he gave reasons why yes is bad and no is bad. And meanwhile, the other guy's like, I never did steroids. Never, ever. That motherfucker sitting over there is a liar.
Jose
Canseco.
What an idiot.
Sitting there with that huge... You see the size of his shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still taking them.
He's
still taking
I don't think
steroids.
he's on the wagon at all, no.
He is still taking them. The guy is giant.
It just helps him take out the trash. He doesn't break down around November when all that holiday trash comes in. He needs to stay in shape.
That upper body, man.
Well, let's go to the statement from Mark McGwire, the opening statement.
My name is Mark McGwire. I played the game of baseball since I was 9 years old. I was privileged to be able to play 15 years in the major leagues. I even had the honor of representing my country in the 1984 Olympic baseball team. I love and respect our national pastime. I will do everything in my power to help the game, its players, and fans. First and foremost, my heart goes out to every parent whose son or daughter were victims of steroid use.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I hope that these hearings can prevent other families from suffering.
Come on, Mark. Hold it together, baby.
Please.
Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Come on, you can do it, buddy.
2 more sentences.
Come on.
I admire the parents who had the courage to appear before the committee and warn the dangers of steroid use. My heart goes out to them.
Yeah.
When I was lucky enough to secure my last major league contract, one of the first things I did was establish a foundation and donate $3 million of my own money to support abused children.
I'd cry, too, if I gave up $3 million.
He's crying right now.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, come on.
I applaud the work of the committee in exposing this problem so that the dangers are clearly understood. There has been a problem with steroid use in baseball. Like any sport, where there is pressure to perform at the highest level, and there has been no testing to control performance-enhancing drugs, problems develop. It is a problem, and that needs to be addressed. Most importantly, every little leaguer, pony league, high school, college player needs to understand that performance-enhancing drugs of any kind can be dangerous. I will use whatever influence and popularity that I have to discourage young athletes from taking any drug that is not recommended by a doctor. What I will not do, however, is participate in naming names and implicating my friends and teammates.
Yeah, Jose.
I retired from baseball 4 years ago. I live a quiet life with my wife and children. I've always been a team player. I have never been a person who spread rumors or said things about teammates that could hurt them.
Yeah, Jose.
Oh, God, he's breaking up again.
I do not sit in judgment of other players.
Jose.
Whether it deals with their sexual preference, their marital problems, or other personal habits.
You know, Jose's just twitching over in the corner. He doesn't
including whether or not they use chemical substance.
Yeah.
That has never been my style, and I do not intend to change this just because the cameras are turned on. Nor do I intend to dignify Mr. Canseco's book. It should be enough that you consider the source of the statements in the book.
Ooh.
And that many inconsistencies and contradictions have already been raised.
His lips are real dry.
I've been advised that my testimony here could be used to harm friends and respected teammates, or that some ambitious prosecutor can use convicted criminals who would do and say anything to solve their own problems.
Convicted criminals.
And create jeopardy for my friends. Asking me or any other player to answer questions about who took steroids in front of television cameras will not solve the problem. If a player answers no, he simply will not be believed. If he answers yes, he risks public scorn and endless government investigations. My lawyers have advised me that I cannot answer these questions without jeopardizing my friends, my family, and myself. I intend to follow their advice. It is my understanding that Major League Baseball and the Players Union have taken steps to address the steroid issue. If these policies need to be strengthened, I would support that.
What's the hip-hop music?
I appreciate the difficult job you have
What is that?
as congressmen and congresswomen.
It's just about over.
And will use this opportunity to dedicate myself to this problem. I am directing my foundation to concentrate its efforts to educate children regarding dangers of performance-enhancing drugs. I am also offering to be
But what about the
spokesman
positives?
for Major League Baseball and the Players
There's a shot
Association
to
to
right
convince
field.
young athletes to avoid dangerous drugs of all sorts. Thank you very much.
God, what a mess. There's vibrators going off in the background,
Cell
hip-hop music.
phones.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
As uncomfortable as that was to watch yesterday, that was even worse to listen to.
Oh, he's just the
And I'll help you get rid of the drugs that I used.
Canseco sitting
But
there
I want to
going,
keep my records.
faggot.
And
they hate Jose.
Oh, my God. Jose had to be in a different room. They had all the other guys in one room before they came out to testify, and then Canseco had to be in a separate private room.
Oh,
where
he's
got
to be the top 5 rats of all time.
Come on. Yeah, he is. You got to put the mob rats right up there, you know? And then he's got to be one of the top 5. You're absolutely right.
Jose the Bull.
Jose the Bull Gravano. Jose the Bull Canseco.
Here's some audio of Jose. It's a lot quicker than the McGwire statement.
It has been said that this meeting is not about prosecution or individual use. If that were true, granting immunity to me should not be an issue. Although I have nothing to hide, and although my answers to your questions will be helpful in resolving uncertainties and issues facing this committee, because of my fear of future prosecution for probation violations or other unrelated charges, I cannot be totally candid with this committee. Now, when appropriate, will invoke the protections offered me by the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, because he wants to save it for a second book.
I know, right?
Plead the Fifth means guilty. Pleading the Fifth just absolutely means guilty.
Yeah.
If you didn't do it, you'd say you didn't do it.
He is right, though. If the government would have given him immunity, he would have actually had a show yesterday, because then he would have just probably just gone bang, 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 you know, and been able to name names and dates and places. But
they won't give him immunity.
Yeah. It would have been a real show, right?
Yeah, but if you listen to him, he contradicts himself all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many times did you inject, do steroids?
Yeah.
Countless, and then comes back. At least twice.
Yeah, twice.
It
was
like,
countless.
All right, it was countless. Now it's, I don't know.
Means he has a hard time counting to 2, I guess.
Yeah, you can't count to 2.
Are there any other highlights you want to listen to? Kurt Schilling? Kurt Schilling was pretty good, right?
Schilling was, he's a professional, man. The guy knows how to sit there. You listen to Canseco, he sounds like he had a Jolly Rancher in his mouth.
Sounds like a bull.
Yeah, it was like, what is that? And then McGwire, please, he's breaking up at he's breaking up at high.
Yeah.
Hello, committee.
We need the clip. There's no crying in baseball.
I did keep waiting for Schilling to roll up his pant leg and reveal his bloody ankle.
Yeah, look what I pitched with. Has nothing to do with this, but I just want to show you I'm a hero. Goddammit, shut up.
Yeah, has nothing to do with all the drugs they pumped into that ankle, so he didn't have to feel it.
Yeah. Now, what the problem is? The whole issue with this is, the government wants a say in how steroids are dealt with in baseball. Baseball says that they can self-govern themselves. They'll do it themselves. If someone's doing steroids, we'll take care of it. We don't need the government stepping in there. I think, fine, keep the government out of anything, I think, is a good idea. Let them self-police themselves, because I don't give a crap. What is the problem if some guy wants to do steroids to make himself a better ball player? It makes more entertaining games. You watch him smash that ball out of the park, I'm fine with it.
Because the kids look up to these players, Anthony.
Shut up with the kids.
That's what they're saying,
The goddamn
right, Mike?
kids are ruining this country.
But I agree.
Why can't us as adults have any type of entertainment whatsoever without having to worry how it's going to affect the children?
Right, I agree with Anthony. The fact is that if baseball fills an issue, then they should deal with the issue. I mean, I can't imagine that this really affects somebody in Peoria very much.
They're also saying if someone's doing steroids, we'll deal with it. But the government's now pissed off because they're saying that they will cover things up under certain circumstances. They'll allow the players to pay a $10,000 fine, and it won't make the news. Like they're saying they will deal with it with fines, but they'll cover it up and not make it public. Okay, fine. Who cares if it's public? You don't see Joe Average on the job at maybe IBM. failing his drug test and it making all the papers. They deal with it internally. Why shouldn't baseball be afforded that same convenience? Here. That's what I say. Let's try to keep the government out of our game, America's game. And remember, when you're watching baseball, smoke Lucky Strike cigarettes. Enjoy the smooth taste of Lucky. Live in your all-white neighborhood while you smoke Lucky Strike cigarettes. All of a sudden, we're in the 30s again. Yeah, I think keeping government out of baseball in any way, shape, or form, a good thing. And that's what the ball players are saying. That's what Schilling was saying also. He doesn't want the government in there. And who knows what the government would want regulated. They're pissed off because certain amphetamines aren't on the banned list in baseball. They aren't banning it. Perhaps certain use of amphetamines is good in baseball. I don't know why, but maybe it is. Maybe some of the stuff they were shooting into Schilling's ankle is on that list that they wouldn't want people using in baseball.
They should see what DJs do to get up in the morning to do radio shows.
That's right.
They really want to get into something. My God, man.
Take away our crystal meth and we wouldn't have a show.
That's funny. I mean, Jim Bunning got up there and was talking about the modern athlete and what they were doing. I mean, in his day, you know, the ball players popped greenies like they were M&Ms.
Really?
He didn't mention that. Somehow he conveniently forgot about that.
What were those? Were those like uppers or something like that?
I mean, you know, pep pills or, you know, later on amphetamines and stuff. I mean,
He's talking in Jack Webb dialogue over there. Yeah, sure, the greenies. You start with the greenies, then you go to the blueies. And before you know it, a baby's dead in the bathtub. You make me sick. It's always like what every episode of Dragnet was about. Sure, it starts with a little marijuana. With a marijuana cigarette. Ends up with a baby in the microwave and a turkey in the bathtub.
Hey, what do you think about the records?
Yeah, good point.
I mean, I don't think there's any way they can expunge them unless these guys come out and say, yes, I took steroids from X to X. I mean, I think we can use logic to think that Mark McGwire wouldn't have hit 580 home runs without them. So I think you can use logic to maybe not vote him in the Hall of Fame.
Why do you think Canseco came out? Because he had numbers. He had close to 500 home runs. That should be enough to maybe get you into the Hall of Fame. And he obviously just flushed that all down the toilet. Yeah. Why do you think he would do that?
Toward the end, though, I think it became kind of obvious that people weren't going to vote him. He was going to be one of these guys who was going to just miss every year by 20, 30, 40, 50 votes.
Not only that, Canseco looks like one of those guys. What do you actually get for being in the Hall of Fame? Is it a monetary thing that the player gets?
Or you get a ring. Yeah,
okay. Canseco seems a little more interested in the cash, and I think he doesn't care about how he's looked at historically in baseball. I think he said, I could write this book, I can make a lot of money, I might blow my chances of getting in the Hall of Fame, but screw it.
That ring would have been on eBay in about 5
Oh,
seconds.
yeah, the guy has sold all kinds of baseball stuff that he's had.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those guys. He doesn't care.
Kind of guy who rats out all his friends.
Rats out his friends,
no, that's great. He's going to have a lot of money, but no one to share it with. He'll be a lonely guy.
He'll be living in Arizona like some kind of schnook.
And Jeff, the trucker, he writes, newsflash, rock stars do drugs, but no one cares. And
there you go.
A lot of the kids idolize the rock stars out there.
The children. Oh, can we have any type of adult-oriented entertainment without worrying about every step of the way how it's going to affect the kids?
Yeah, just don't tell them.
Right. Be like the old days. Just lie to them. Lie to your children. Let us enjoy ourselves.
All right, we got to thank Mike Vaccaro for the New York Post for stopping by. The name of the book again, it sounds like a good read.
Emperors and Idiots.
Emperors and Idiots about the Red Sox and the Yankees, and awesome.
Cool, man.
And we're going to be broadcasting live at Bill's Bar in Boston, opening day, Lansdowne Street, April 11th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., new time for the show that day only. That's East Coast time, by the way. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
And I want to thank Bill Burr for stopping by. Did a great job filling in for Jim Norton.
Hanging out with Bill. Yeah, Jimmy. See him tonight. Where is he?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm?
The Improv.
The Improv.
Yeah.
West Palm.
Can I toss a plug in real quick?
Sure.
I'll be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, April 1st and 2nd.
April 1st and 2nd.
Yeah.
Stress Factory, New Brunswick.
And BillBurr.com, right?
Yeah. BillBurr.com.
All right. And, Steve?
Yeah.
Getting videos up this weekend?
Yes.
Oh, you're wearing your flaming boots?
Not today.
You should get flaming spats to put on top of them.
Really?
Yeah.
What's a spat?
You weren't listening today.
I was actually doing the new intro with Drew.
Professor Anthony told us all what spats were today.
I'll have to listen to the replay.
Professor.
And Monday on the program, will Ozzy show up?
Ah, that's the big question. Tune in.